Hello, everyone. International Passport here yet again for yet another classic live stream. Classics upon classics. How is everyone doing? If you're new to my channel, I am International Passport. Again, I encourage brothers to get their passports to meet foreign women, to experience new cultures, and to get away from the toxic things that's happening in the West. Um, Again, shout out to my old subscribers for the support throughout the years. It is much appreciated. And again, welcome to my new subscribers who have joined over the past weeks. Welcome, brothers and sisters. If you're a female that wants to see how we do things here, welcome aboard. Now, in this live stream, I have a very special guest called Tony Berry. Some of you have already seen or even know who Tony Berry is. Tony Berry is a legend who has given us classic Japanese streams. But in this live stream, Tony will be breaking down what happens in Saudi Arabia, and we'll go on from there. I want to say, everyone, please hit the like button as soon as possible. We've got 20 people here. I want to see everyone liking the video. And again, send through some super chats throughout the stream if you're enjoying the stream and the intro that Tony Berry will give us. And last but not least, make sure you comment and make sure you subscribe. Tony Berry, how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. Brothers, I want to give a toast to y'all. Thank you for having me on the show, IP. It's always a pleasure getting up here, brothers. I mean, I talk about my people all day, man. Trust me. I could talk about my people all day and it won't bother me one bit. Okay. So, because not enough people do. Right. So, so I'm up here, man, to talk about Saudi Arabia. I give you a little background on me on that, man. I'm an Air Force veteran, so that's how I ended up in Saudi Arabia. I lived in Saudi for 4 years. I got 3 job offers when I was on my way to Saudi. They wanted me to teach, or they wanted me to do the things that I did in the Air Force. So I ended up doing the things that I did in the Air Force to teach the Saudis. So that was my primary reason for being in country, or as we say, in the kingdom, because we all call it the kingdom. Now, a lot of Brits over in Saudi too. So because the Brits got the Tornado aircraft that they train everybody on, you got a lot of Americans, Brits, all kind of people over there, Filipinos. A lot of Filipinos are in Saudi Arabia because, they go all over the world. But you also have a lot of women coming from Europe, like nurses. So you know how guys, when you get to Saudi Arabia, first thing guys think is, oh man, there ain't no women here. We got no play. Now the Saudis are for the most part off limits. There's some beautiful women, but they're off limits because you can get in some serious issues if you hang out with a Saudi, especially if you're dealing with a Saudi wife, which almost never happens. But there's a lot of positives about being there. If you were the type of brother that like to have more than one wife, Saudi Arabia is the place for you. I'll touch base on that too.
Fantastic. We got a couple of super chats so far. We got the legendary J Bones for the $2 super chat. He says, Tony, oh no, take off that Seahawks jersey. Funny you say that, J Bones. I was telling him, why are you wearing the Seahawks jersey, bro?
Hey, it's Blue Friday, baby.
Awesome. We got another super chat from the legendary Conrad Grant. Conrad Grant, who is a regular supporter like J Bones. Thank you, Conrad Grant, for the $2 super chat. He says, Happy Friday, International Passport. Big ups, Tony. Happy Friday to you too, Conrad Grant. I hope you're keeping well, brother. Yes, Tony, this is okay, bro. Let's get straight into it, Tony. So before we speak about the woman, I want to just talk about how you got into Saudi Arabia in the first place and what industry you were working with in Saudi Arabia. And do you recommend brothers to work in Saudi Arabia to make a lot of money? I've heard that expats often earn 6 figures in Saudi Arabia, working there for 5 years. So speak on that, Tony Berry.
Yes, yeah, and you're right, brother. You can make a lot of money there. It depends on who you're with. You could also end up with the wrong company and not make a lot of money at all. So before you go to in country, you have to do your research. You have to see what they're going to pay you. Saudi Aramco, which is one of the biggest oil companies in the world and has one of the biggest and has the best compound in Saudi Arabia. That is a good place to work. I didn't work for them. I worked on the military defense side. my profession over there was teaching the Saudis aircraft armament on fighter aircraft that we sold to them. So as people probably already know, we sold them F-15s. I also ran into a lot of Brits that did the same thing by selling the Tornadoes, and then they would give these Saudis all this equipment and army equipment, whatever military equipment they need, and they drop us off on the contract, and we teach the Saudis how to use everything. It all from flying aircraft to handling every aspect in between. So there's a lot of jobs over there, a lot of good paying jobs. A lot of the good cities over there that you might want to land into are Jeddah, Riyadh is the capital, and Dhahran, or they call it Dammam. Not Dammam, Dhahran. That's on the other side of, that's on the Iranian side. So you got those three big areas. Now for me, I lived in a smaller area up in the mountains, not too far from the Red Sea. It was the prince and all the royal family would go there during the summer because that was a cooler place to be. It wasn't like the hot desert that you used to see in about Saudi Arabia. I lived in a pretty nice area, and quite frankly, that was the best weather I ever lived in my life. So I got lucky in that aspect. Now, if you're married and you want to take your lady there, which you can do, a lot of time what happens is when you get in country, you have to wait 90 days to where they have to process all the paperwork to get your family in country. And that's not guaranteed. They have to have the accommodations for your family in order for you to bring your family in. The bigger companies that really need you, like software development, things of that nature, they're going to have the perks. They're going to have everything ready for you to get in country as soon as possible. And you get there and then you can bring your family over still. It's going to take you 90 days. The big thing about working in Saudi is the Saudis, a lot of them don't necessarily want to work. So I would say you got a lot of job security. Your job is to train them. But trust me, I could train my wife in 6 months and she'll know more than the Saudis I trained because they don't want to learn nothing. They just want to be there and just have a good time.
Okay, brother. Fantastic intel so far. Got a super chat from the legendary Thomas Demahin, £2.
Oh,
thank you very much, Thomas Demahin. He says, big up IP and Tony. Another classic SYSBM for life. Yes, indeed. Hope you're keeping well, Thomas Demahin. That's a good brother right there. Tony, I have a question for you now, Tony. How did you get the opportunity to travel to Saudi Arabia? But personally, I know a lot of brothers, friends in my life who are trying to get out there to the Middle East to work and get there. But I heard it's quite hard. You know, you've got to find the right recruiter. You've got to find the right job board. Can you please tell us first how you got the opportunity? And do you have any resources that we can use to start making our plans to go to Saudi Arabia?
Yes. So, and you're right, brother. It is really hard to get there. In fact, last I checked, they don't even have any tourist visas to go to Saudi Arabia. They only let the press in. They only let you in if you get a job. I found out about Saudi Arabia like 10 years before I went there. So I'd gotten out the Air Force in '92. And I heard that they had contractors over there and they was paying like 6 figures plus, man. And they would get some good, big money. And the way they do it is they get you over there. They pay for you. They pay for your housing. They pay for your transportation to and from work. They pay for everything but your food and your clothing, little incidentals that you need to buy. So you get there, like if you go to the right spot, like Dhahran, man, you have a big house with a swimming pool in it and everything. That's how, a 5,000 square foot house by yourself, you and your family. So you do have a lot of perks. But the way I got there is I was in Japan. I was teaching English at the time in '97. And a good friend of mine who was in the Air Force called me up from Okinawa. And he said, hey, man, they got a lot of people going to Saudi Arabia. Now, keep in mind, when I heard about it 10 years earlier, there wasn't a lot of brothers going there. What was happening was the white boys were getting all the good jobs, and they wasn't telling the brothers about it because they didn't want us to get over there and make that money. That's how selfish these guys were. These Air Force white guys, the white guys in the Air Force.
Yeah.
They come from the good old boy network. So they would not tell us anything. But once we started finding out, then they started letting us in. And the reason why they let us in is because the Saudis started noticing that there wasn't a lot of blacks coming over. And the Saudis and the Saudi trainees and the government was like, wait a minute, don't y'all have black people in the military? Don't you have black people in the Air Force? Don't you have black people in the Army? And they were like, yeah, we got a few. They said, no, we think you got more. And they said, so we want you to start bringing some blacks over here. And that's when they started bringing us over.
Oh, okay. Let me just cut in there, Tony. Why did they want black people over there at Saudi Arabia? Is it because Saudis are good people in general, or did they know that black people are very knowledgeable in certain fields, and they're wondering why are black people not here to teach that field? Why did they actually fight for black people's cause and in our corner?
Because in Saudi, there's a lot of Africans in Saudi coming from Somali, from Kenya, Tanzania, from that Eastern African part. And then everybody knows that Saudis used to have, and they probably still do in some cases, they have black slaves. We know that. People like to act like they didn't have it. Western Africa was, the slaves went to the Americas, to the Europeans.
Yeah.
Eastern Africa went to the Arabs. But they don't have slavery as far as I know. But I know that there's a lot of Africans there. And Saudis, for the most part, are good people too. So they treated me really well when I was there. I got treated really good in Saudi Arabia. I love the respect that the men gave me. I gave them back a lot of respect. There was a lot of love and respect in Saudi. So that's what they were looking for. They wanted brothers over there because they knew that the brothers was going to respect them and treat them right. A lot of the white guys, I'm not trying to separate them, but they don't respect the Saudis enough, and the Saudis don't like them. So give an example. If something's going to go down, somebody's going to get killed or terrorist attack, whatever, you'll see a Saudi say to you, hey, Tony, what's going on? Oh, you know what, Tony, do not go to the market tomorrow, or do not go there tomorrow. And then next boom, there's some kind of attack. Now, the white guy, they won't tell them nothing. They'll just, if they're there, they're just there. But the brothers, they were like, yo, don't go there tomorrow. Don't go over that way. Don't hang over that way. And brothers get away with a lot of stuff in Saudi Arabia too, which is nice. So they do treat us different.
Okay, bro. Let me read the super chat real quick. Shout out to Frank Harris for the $5 super chat. It says red wine all day. Yes, indeed. Red wine is good for you, brothers. So Tony, you said that black men get away with a lot of things in Saudi Arabia. Can you speak more about what we get away with, Tony, if that's okay?
Yeah, sure. So, here's the thing in Saudi. When you get there, if you have a woman in your car, now what they do is they give you what they call an igama. And in your igama, which is your working document, it looks almost like a passport. It has the picture of you, all your information, company you work for, and it also has who you're married to. Okay, so like the woman that you are responsible for. So what happens is that sometimes you'll be driving down the street with a lady that you're dating, and the Saudis will pull you over and say, oh, do we see the proof? And if you don't have proof, they're going to take the woman to jail. They're going to let you go back to your compound, but they're going to take her. A lot of times what they would do with the brothers is like you see, they catch you. You say, oh, Muhammad, I'm so sorry. You say, Assalamu alaikum, I'm sorry. And they're like, okay, next time, please, next time. And you get that next time a lot from the Saudis with the brothers. So they would let us get away. Occasionally some brothers would get caught because they had a big mouth and they didn't know the game. They didn't know what the deal was. But the brothers that were really nice to the Saudis, they would let you get away with that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about murder or nothing like that. I'm just talking about little things because Saudi, guys, is a very strict country. I mean, trust me, it's very strict. So like if a woman's walking down the street in the wrong spot and she doesn't have her hair covered, the imam will come up and say, woman, cover here. Or the matawa. Because the matawa, they have what they call the religious police. They're everywhere, man. They come out of the woodwork. Woman, cover here. I mean, they're like the Taliban, man. They're like, you cover here, you put this up. Yeah. So, yeah, it's that serious.
Okay, bro. So I want to start speaking about dating in Saudi Arabia, brother.
Yes.
First question for you, bro. Are the women in Saudi Arabia checking for brothers?
Yes. And that's the thing. That's what I'm telling the brothers. So see, here's the thing. When you're in Saudi Arabia, right, you going to Saudi, you thinking, oh man, ain't gonna be no women, no alcohol, I can't do this, that, the other. On the compound, you can do whatever you want. So they have compounds all over the country. Wherever there's a large pool of expats, there are going to be compounds. So I lived on a large American compound. So the way it would work is there was a snake road. You have to snake your way all the way up to the top of the hill where we live. And there's a main gate. You go through the gate. To the left was a big brick compound. In the middle was like the Indian, because there's a lot of Indian, Pakistani there who's doing all the housework. And then on the right, there was a huge walled off American compound. So once you have to do everything, you have to abide by Saudi rules when you're off the compound. But once you get on that compound, it's open season. Now your wife or your woman don't have to wear the abaya. They don't have to wear nothing. They can walk around with a mini skirt on if they want. Trust me, you get there the first day, you wake up, you're like, oh, I don't even know if I'm in Saudi Arabia because there's so many women walking around, right? Now, here's the thing with that too. Because like say like Swedish or there's a lot of Swedes there, Danish girls, whatever the case may be. Usually people stay on their country's compound. So like there's like a Swedish compound, there's like a Denmark, there's like a Brit, right? What you do is if you get to know people that are from that compound, you can go there and then you can party. So what we would do is we would go to different party spots on different compounds. See what I'm saying? So just because you in Saudi Arabia don't mean the action stops. The action actually gets crazier than you think. Okay.
Damn.
So like for me, when I was in Saudi Arabia, I had the W-2 with me, but she didn't come for 90 days. So here I am, brothers. I get there the first night. They let me off at the airport. I get to the compound. Next day I wake up. I go over to the recreation center because compounds got recreation centers. They got like people's houses got different clubs, and somebody's making alcohol, which I would not suggest you drink, but they're making homemade brew like moonshine and all this other stuff on the compound. There's people's houses or restaurants, like a Thai restaurant or Vietnamese restaurant. Whoever's wife is from wherever, they making a restaurant, right? So here I am at the rec center, man. I'm shooting pool, and I see these girls walk in, and they were Thai. Because I heard him talking, because I could speak a little Thai. I heard him talking. I said, oh, who's this? Right? And now before we get in country, they have to send us to we had to go to St. Louis for training for like 3 months. They training you on the cultures of Saudi Arabia, which you shouldn't do. So they told us, don't mess with people's wives. That was the first thing they said was, if you get caught messing with somebody's wife, they can complain about you losing your job. So when you get there, you're thinking, oh, man, I'm going to be careful. I don't want to do none of these women. It's totally different. A lot of guys, like I said, they bring their wives from different countries, the Thailands, the Philippines, the Japans, or whatever. And these women act almost like they were acting in their own countries, right? But the wild ones are the Thais. The Thais are wild because they don't have any rules. They don't care about nothing. So you're literally on the compound and you see all these women walking out of nowhere, Thai, beautiful. I'm talking about 7, 8s. And they walking up to you. They got kids. They got a husband, but they're there for your entertainment. You're not going to take them serious, but there's a lot of them there that you can smash if that's what you wanted to do. And a lot of times their husbands are drunk or out of order or whatever the case may be. I'm not the kind of guy that mess with people's wives. This is not me. But a lot of guys were doing that over there in Saudi Arabia.
Damn. Okay, bro. Oh, yes. Carry on, brother. Carry on. Sorry.
So those aren't the only women that are available. I was just talking mainly about what goes on the compound. Another set of girls on the compound are these teenagers, like going up like legal age, like 17, 18, 19, or over 20, that are daughters of men that are working there. Yeah. Now, those girls are open season, and they trust me. Everybody knows who they are. So I just want to get this out there. So guys may think that there's not a lot of women in Saudi to hang out with. There's a lot of action in Saudi Arabia.
Fantastic. Hold on, Tony. Bala Jalal and Balari Kermal, can we please stop talking about accents and where you're from? Let's talk about traveling, woman. Keep it on topic, please, brothers. Okay. Let's leave accents and where we're from to another time. All right, Tony. This compound you're talking about, is it a compound where all expats from all around the world live, and they're all given like assignments? So if you're from America, you live in that compound, or this place over there in the compound, UK, this area in the compound. Speak on that, Tony.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So as an American, and our closest allies, which apparently are our close allies in the world, are the Brits, right? So we hung out with the Brits a lot. We all hung out with each other. We all got along with each other really well. Sometimes we go to the Brit compound and hang out with the clubs over there, look at the women over there. Sometimes they would come to the American compound, hang out at the clubs on our compound, look at the women over there. So we all had our interactions. But there's other places that you can go that's off the compound, other compounds. So a lot of people that were there, like Americans, like DJs, like one of my good friends was a DJ there. He DJ'd at this other compound that was not away from our place. You can go there. They had drinks. They had women, and sometimes you'll even have Saudi women over there, and the Saudi women were checking for brothers big time. Yes, and
Crazy.
they're beautiful too. They're beautiful,
Yes, they
beautiful.
are. I've met a few here in the UK. Wow, these girls are, whew, they're top notch. All right,
Yes.
brothers, if you're enjoying the live stream so far, send through a couple super chats. This is free intel we're giving you, brothers, and your support will be greatly appreciated. Tony Berry, okay. So can we speak about um your dating experience? Like, was it was it easy for you to date
Mm,
women there in Saudi Arabia?
mm,
So speak on your experience, Tony, in terms of dating
mm.
and how they treat brothers, how the women there adore brothers, if that's okay, Tony.
Yeah, yes, no problem. Yes, and I for one, I thought the dating was pretty nice. It was pretty easy, for a lot of brothers, because what we would do. See, and here's the thing, man. You go down there, man, and you could. I mean, they had these girls from Morocco, and if I could describe Moroccans, they look like white black people. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
It's because you see all kind of women from Lebanon, Morocco, Algeria, all these countries around the area that you never thought you would ever see. It's very exotic. And here's where you would see these women. So where we were staying at in a place called Kamis Mushay, you could go ahead, and I don't know if Big Joe's watching this. He's a good friend of mine. We were over here together. He probably had a lot of input on here if he's on the stream. But we used to go to this place called the Abha Palace Hotel locally around where we were at. They would have the buffet, they had the good food and everything like that. You go get some nice coffee. But when you go there, you see these guys from different countries bringing their family. And what are they bringing with them? They're bringing daughters with them. Now, yeah, granted, they got their body covered, but not their faces. And these girls were checking us out hard. Now, we couldn't go out with those girls because the dad was right there and they were pretty strict. But these were very young girls, and you could see them like peeping at you. And then if you get by the buffet and they happen to go by themselves, they looking over, they're giving you a little elbow, like, hey, hello, stuff like that. That's really all you can do with them. But now the ones that you date are the girls from Sweden, the girls from like anywhere in Europe, the girls from the Philippines, South Africa had a lot of women over there that was dating people. You could pick up a Pakistani if you want, some Kenyan girls,
Damn.
Somali. They had girls from all over the world over there. And the way you would meet them is, you just be real discreet about everything. You found a way to communicate with each other. Trust me. You send notes. You communicate at you places you see. You write a little note. Yo, hook me up. Especially if you're in Jeddah. Now, if you're in Jeddah, which is a really nice city, oh, Jeddah's nice. As you walking down the street, you might see somebody you like. Next, you walk back by. They trust me. They're gonna come back by where you walking. And if they come back by again, you pass the note. Pass the note. Call me up. That's how it was. That's how you get hooked up with the girls.
So Tony, this is all happening within the compound, right?
This happened on and off the compound.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna
Yes.
get. I'm gonna speak. I need to speak to you more about what happens off the compound, but let
Mm-hmm.
me just go through my questions real quick. We, brothers, can we please get the likes up? We have
Mm-hmm.
91 people watching this live stream, and less than well, how many likes do we have? Less than 70 likes, but we have over 90 people watching. Please support the channel through likes, super chats, and comments. It will be much appreciated. Super chat from Michael Kante for $10. Thank you very much for your super chat, Michael.
Thanks,
He
Michael.
says it's always a blessing whenever Tony is on to give us the true knowledge. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Tony, for your time and effort for the intel you give to brothers. Tony, so can I speak to you about the demographics of women there? You broke it down for us, right? So
Mm-hmm.
different groups of women there. But in your experience, out of all those different groups of women, so Swedish, Danish, Pakistani, wherever, which groups of women there
Mm-hmm.
give brothers the most play in terms of who checks for brothers the most? What groups of women there in Saudi Arabia do brothers have it easy with in your experience, Tony?
My experience, it's got to be the ties. The ties in the Philippines all day long, all day long. They're the easiest ones, especially the Filipinas too, because they have so many of them over there in Saudi Arabia. A lot of these women are there working as maids, things like that. So whenever they do get out and about, and they're also, I'm sorry, as nurses too. You have a lot of Filipino nurses over there, a lot of Filipino nurses, as you have all over the world. They are giving the brothers the most play because the ties are limited in a sense because most of the Thai girls over there are married to guys on the compound. And here's what happens too, brothers. I just forgot to mention this. So we have quite a few compounds all over the country, American compounds. And after a few months, you're going to know where every major compound is. We had a major compound. You had a big compound in Daharan. You had a big compound over there in Taif. Well, what happened is a lot of these women would frequent from Daharan. They would come over to Kamis, or they would go to Daharan, or they would come to Taif. And you find them sometime in Riyadh because you had a big compound in Riyadh too. So you find these women traveling to different compounds. And you could be getting there, man, and you see this girl and you don't know who she is. Her husband's in another compound somewhere far on the other side of the country, but she happened to come with her friends and she's game. But like I said, I'm not the kind of guy to go out with those women, but they may bring, say, a sister, because here's another thing that they do. They bring in these women from other countries, from their home country, who are not married. Because a lot of guys actually got married that way. They got married to girls that were brought in from other girls. So that's where you would see it. And I would say, yeah, the biggest, I mean, all the women were giving the brothers a love, all of them. But the women that were really giving us a love were the Filipinos.
Fantastic intel, brother. Got a super chat here from Damari Davis. Shout out to Damari Davis for the $199 super chat. He says, grateful for this info. I'll call in later. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Please call in later on. That'd be fantastic. So Tony, I want to speak about what happens off the compound, because
Yes.
we know that Saudi Arabia is a Muslim country, so it's pretty
Yes.
strict.
Yes.
So when you mean off the compound,
Mhm.
what do you mean by that? What area are you referring to? Is it parks? Is it cinemas, shops, like literally like a normal society? Is that what you mean, Tony?
Yes. So the safest places, and it's just weird to say this, but the safest places to meet off the compound are at the hotels. It's because all the hotels in Saudi, they have places where you can eat, right? They got, where you can grab a coffee, you can grab some dinner, lunch, whatever. So we would all know where where the hotels were. So you go to those hotels and you'd see women hanging out in a group, nurses, whatever. And then, like I said, you pass the notes. Now you can talk to them all day long in the hotel because the Saudis are pretty much not in the hotel. They're not running around telling you what to do. So I've meet a lot of women at the hotels. Mm-hmm.
Okay, bro. So is that in terms of you actually going to a hotel and chilling there, and then
Mm-hmm.
having other people there as well from different nationalities who are also chilling there, possibly in the
Yes.
lounges, in a
Yes.
space where in the games room where you can just play golf or ping pong, and then you approaching women there and mingling. Is that what you mean, Tony?
Yes. That was the most common place to meet them. Yes. Because the women felt safe in the hotels because they didn't have to worry about all the rules. So they go in and the funny thing about these women in the hotels, they would quickly tell you that they're single. Because all the guys were thinking that every Western woman they see over there was married. That ain't the case. These women say, hey, I'm so and so, I'm single, I'm from such and such a country, I'm not. And a lot of guys ended up marrying girls right there, just like that. They married these women.
Fantastic intel, Tony. Again, apart from the hotels as being a space to meet women there,
Mhm.
what other areas outside the compound are good for brothers to go out, meet women, so on and so forth, Tony?
Yeah, so while you're walking around, you could, like I said, you see, I was in Jeddah one year, and I'm walking around Jeddah, and the last prayer started happening. You hear everybody's, and I'm walking through this place called Old Jeddah, and who do I happen to see walking out and about in groups? Because the women usually travel in groups. They can't go out. You rarely will see a adult woman by herself. She's
Mm,
going to have to be escorted by a male, or if she's a foreigner, that's how you can tell she's a foreigner. She's going to be with other women in her group. There may
mm,
be a male like further back, but has no say so whatsoever in what they do. He's just there to chaperone just in case somebody asks a question. So here I am walking through Old Jeddah, and I see this girl from Somalia. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And in Jeddah, see, it depends on when you go in Saudi Arabia too. Because in Jeddah, the women can pretty much get away with having their abayas open. So like where I lived in Khamis Sheikh, they were very strict. The women go down there, the abaya has to be closed. Now I just want to make another point. Western women don't have to wear abayas. They just need to cover their hair. They don't have to wear abayas as long as they're not showing the shape. So you can have a woman walk down the street with a Seahawks jersey and just a wide pair of pants, and her hair's covered. She's cool because they're not seeing the body shape. But for the most part, a lot of women would cover themselves because they thought that's what they had to do, but they really didn't have to do that. But in Jeddah and Riyadh, when you walking around, a lot of women just open, man. You like, oh, and you look at and they got nice bodies. So I seen this girl over there from Somalia hooked up with, and I'm like, oh, where you from? And she quickly told me I'm from Somalia. I don't have nobody. I'm just here in country hanging out. So we passed the notes. There you go. You pass the notes. You keep on going. You make the phone call. You meet at a hotel. You hooking up. That's how it was off the compound. Yeah.
No, this is crazy intel. This
Yep.
is some. I'm telling you, this is government level intel. Thank you very much, Tony. Tony, how about we speak about the best cities in Saudi Arabia for brothers to travel to work and to meet women there? Because I'm guessing there are many cities there to work, but women are also important. You know, cities that have the best women there and the best opportunities for career
Yes.
and making a lot of money. Speak on that, Tony.
Yes. Now, I've been to the big ones. I've been to Jeddah. I've been to Riyadh many times, Jeddah many times. But there's another area called Daharan. And Daharan, and I've never been there, but that is the best place to go because from what I'm hearing about Daharan, they have the largest compound in the country, Saudi Aramco. And the women over there are a lot open. Daharan, their rules are relaxed. So that's why a lot of people like to go to Daharan because it's almost like you're out, almost like you're being in England or you're in the US when you're in Daharan, with people walking around doing their thing. You know, so I would say that's the best. But don't sleep on Riyadh. Don't sleep on Jeddah because those are good cities too. I actually saw a lot of beautiful, beautiful Saudis in Riyadh because they have these shopping malls that are only for ladies. Now I can't get in them because I'm a dude. But if you're with somebody, you just take them there. You know, drop them off. As you're dropping them off, who do you see pulling up with male drivers? These fine ass Saudis. I mean, they're fine. And the thing is, when you get used to living in Saudi, even if they cover up and they just show their eyes, you can tell how beautiful these women are. You can
Yep.
already know they're beautiful.
Yes, bro.
Yes, you get used to it. And trust me, and they always smell good. They always, make sure they dress nice. And see, because women you go out with, they hang out with the Saudis. Like some of them get lucky and go to houses with the Saudi ladies. They say when you walk in those houses, these women are walking around with mini skirts, look like they just got off a model show. Because they're watching everybody in the West, everybody. And they're dressing even better than women in the West do.
Damn. So I've got two questions for you now, Tony. The first one is, what perfume do Saudi women wear that makes them smell so nice? Because I've met a couple Saudi women here in the UK, and they have like a very nice smell to them. Very nice smell. I don't know if it's a common perfume in Saudi Arabia. It's very popular, but what do they normally wear? And the second one is, can we speak more about Saudi women, so the Arab women there, and are they checking for brothers? Because there must be some Saudi women there that show brothers love, but we need to know more about that intel. So speaking those two questions, Tony.
Yes. So first of all, the perfume. Oh man, you don't want to know how many colognes and stuff I had on at my house on my dresser. In Saudi, you everywhere you go, and I'm used to this. Brothers are used to. We used to wearing cologne, but they take it on another level because they actually have these shops downtown. They call it the souk. It's like souk means market in Arabian, right? So you walk through the souks and you can smell the frankincense. It's because they're on the frankincense route, right? You can smell the good colognes. Well, a lot of these colognes that you smell, these eau d'étoiles and stuff, things that they use, they're custom made. That's why they smell so good, because they're custom making them to their body. So they walk into a store and they got all these like little oil bottles all like in there. You can select, you can mix whatever scent you want, and they use a lot of oil. And you know, with oil, you only got to use a little dab, bam, and you smelling good for the whole day. So that's why they smell so good, because they have so many choices and they can make their own personal colognes for themselves. As far as the Saudi women, yes, they are checking for brothers. I have myself did not come across, date any Saudi women, because I was just, maybe it's just me, I was just too afraid to take that risk. But I do know brothers that have dated Saudi women. They never brought them on a compound, but they met them on other compounds, because the Saudi women like to dance. Because as everybody knows, in Saudi Arabia, it's illegal to dance. The Muslim religion in Saudi does not allow you to dance or sing, right? Well, you can sing, but they don't let you dance. So they don't get into that. But the women that would come on the compounds of the clubs would get into that, and they were checking for brothers. As a matter of fact, all the ones I've seen with Saudi women, later on I find out, hey, was she Saudi? Yeah, because you don't think they're Saudis because they're acting like normal women. And then the brother said, yeah, man, she was Saudi. She was Saudi. What? She was Saudi? Yeah. And they were, and everyone's I saw was with the brothers.
Oh, okay, brother. And can we speak about if what was I gonna say? Um, so the Saudi women that brothers are meeting there,
Mm-hmm.
um, are these women Muslim and or different religions or not religious?
Mm-hmm.
And were they rich women as well? Because I know Saudi Arabia is kind of a rich country, especially in oil. So are you telling me that rich Saudi women are checking for brothers, are going after brothers? Speak on that, Tony.
Okay, these women are not rich, and Saudi's not as rich as people think. Here's the thing: there's a lot of Saudis over there that are poor. Okay, they only have a few Saudi. Yeah, the image that we think of Saudi Arabia is as rich. Saudi Arabia, for the most part, the average Saudi is not rich. Okay, yeah, they let's put it this way: they don't have to pay for a lot of stuff if they don't feel like it, and they don't really come after them. For example, when I seen all these houses that were half built. And I'm like, and I asked my friends, I said, Muhammad, why is the house like this? And he said, because you don't have to pay back your loan until the house is finished. So what they would do is they would get the money and they would use it for something else. And they would say, yep, I'm getting a house built, but they would use it for something else. See? So there's a lot of Saudis. I wouldn't say they're poor, but they're damn sure they're not rich, like the ones that we think. The ones that are rich are all mostly royal and they own all that oil. Those are the
Mm.
rich ones. So you will not run into a Saudi that has a lot of money. The ones that you see in those compounds and those clubs, those are usually sisters of Saudi, like people that we train, liberal Saudis. So Saudis that, hey, they don't mind taking their sister out to a club or whatnot because she begged the guy. They're not really too concerned about it. They're like, hey, let's go out. Those are the ones you meet. You won't be any wives up in there, because they will kill you if you go out with somebody's wife and Saudi, a Saudi woman. But these are usually like women who like late teens, early 20s, who just didn't get married yet. And the brother's like, hey, okay, why don't you go out to the club? I will take you there. That's usually who those women are.
This is great intel, bro. And so the woman, so brothers are just dating normal Saudi women, and she doesn't care what religion the brother is. She
No.
doesn't require the. Okay, she just dates him. She likes the brother. She
Mm-hmm.
dates the brother, and that's it.
Yes. Now what happened, what I did notice is that the few brothers that married some women from there, those brothers converted over to Islam, because when you get married, you have to ask the daddy and you have to go through that whole process over there,
Mm.
right? So those brothers that did that had to go through that. I didn't see a lot of brothers converting to Islam, but I did see the ones that did convert to Islam. They would marry mostly like Pakistanis, Moroccans, more than they would Saudis. Like I said, Saudi was harder to get, but they would go on trips to Pakistan or to Morocco, Algeria, and they would meet women and they would say, I'm Muslim, and marry them. They then bring them back in country. And if they wanted another wife, they have to ask that wife, hey, I want to marry somebody else. If she gave them the green light, they would go get another wife. So I knew this one brother, his first wife was Pakistani. She lived on the first floor. And his second wife lived on the second floor. She was Moroccan.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Um, so what are the best places specifically to meet women who are checking for brothers in Saudi Arabia? You
Mhm.
know, is it like is it some sort of club? Is it some sort of um, function, concerts? What's the best places to actually meet women
It's
there?
the best places to meet are where expats come together, and those are in like the bigger cities like Jeddah and Riyadh, and Dhahran is another good place. So there's a lot of places where expats will frequent and Saudis don't usually go. So wherever Saudis don't go, that's where it's better for you to meet a lot of different people and a lot of different women, because the Saudis are not interested in those places anyway. So it's like, hey, like I said, the compounds are open season, but excuse me, there's places off the compound where expats will go. Like when I was in Riyadh, excuse me, the embassy area was beautiful. They just had a nice little embassy area, all these US, all these embassies. That area was nice. All those expats would hang out in this one section of Riyadh. And I mean, I was there and I was at a Chinese restaurant and I thought I was back in Asia. I was like, oh man, this is great. So you usually the best place to meet are where the expats frequent.
Fantastic, bro. Fantastic. And those places that the expats frequent, can you
Mhm.
speak more on that specifically? Is it,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, those are like there's a hotel chain called, I think you heard of it, called the Movenpick. Um, I know I never heard of them before until I went to Saudi Arabia. The Movenpick, they had hotels all over the country, and I'm sure they got them all over the Middle East and Europe. But that was a big one. So like the Red Sea Palace Hotel in Jeddah. So you get to a city and you'd see like the big hotels, the big like the Sheraton, the big international hotels. You go to those places, there's always lounges, and those lounges are pretty much comfortable spots for expats to hang out, meaning less Saudi rules, less Saudi watching. Those are the really, I mean, they're really the good spots to meet them at. It's fun.
fantastic, brother.
Yes.
Um, is prostitution a problem in Saudi Arabia?
I haven't heard too much about the prostitution, but I do know that on the compounds they had some prostitution, and a lot of the Thais had the dibs on that. A lot of these guys' wives were prostitutes, which was crazy. They were selling their bodies, married women selling their bodies to men because they knew that the men didn't have a lot of women on the compound that they could just run into right away.
And so these men that were married to, were they expats, right? These are guys from America, from the
Yes.
UK. This is it's
Yeah,
a joke.
UK. I mean, they had brick wives out there doing their thing because the wives didn't have nothing to do because they couldn't work, right? So a lot of times, a lot of these guys whose wives messed around, the guys were like, "Hey, I don't care, go for it, it's okay," because they're sleeping around with each other's wives. That's what they would get into. That, like I said, that's not my thing. It wasn't my thing, but that's what a lot of guys would do.
Yeah, I'm not into that as well. That's just weird. That's just
Yeah,
absolutely weird. So
no,
brothers, please don't do that.
no, I don't marry a woman to have her sleeping around and share her with nobody. No.
Yeah, nope, no sharing. Absolutely no sharing. Um, is feminism a problem there in Saudi Arabia, Tony Berry?
Okay, so when you ask in feminism, are you talking local girls? Or are you talking women that are coming in from the countries?
I would say both local girls and women coming in from the countries trying to poison Saudi Arabian women, to be completely
Okay. Yes. So the ones that would try to poison Saudi Arabian women, we're the ones from the West, the Brits and the Americans mainly. But here's the beautiful thing about Saudis: they don't want to be poisoned. A lot of times the women were like, "Hey, you can't even drive, you can't go to work," and the Saudi girls like, "We don't want." Their attitude was, "We don't want you coming here messing things up for us. We got it made." The men do everything for us. They drive us everywhere, they take us everywhere, but they also provide us with nice homes. They give us lots of money. We have lots of clothes. Like I said, they're not even rich, but they got all these things. They got this lifestyle that they like. So the Saudis are quite content. What you see on CNN and BBC and all these other channels that try to say, oh, we got to do this for the women, that, the other, those are few and far between. There might be like one or two girls like, yeah, I want to drive a car, I want to work. But for the most part, the Saudi girls are okay with themselves, with it, the condition that they're in.
okay.
And
So
they're
I'm
very feminine.
okay. Yeah, I was gonna come out to that later on, bro. But I'm guessing the divorce rates are very very low in Saudi Arabia. Hardly any divorces.
Yes, and you brought that up, man, and I have to bring this. I'm gonna try to keep this as PG as I can. You know, I respect your stream and everything, brother. Okay, I got a story about the Saudi marriage. Okay, so the divorce rate is low, like you said, but you just reminded me of this story. So there was this couple; they just got married, and so what the Saudis do is they write in these these newspapers, right? These are these I forgot what they call it. There's a person in the newspaper that always give people advice.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Saudi Arabia, most of those people that give you advice are, religious people. So this Saudi brother wrote this guy, and he says, hey, my wife and I have been married for 2 years, and she can't get married. I don't know what's going on. She just she can't get pregnant. I mean, we cannot get her pregnant. And so he kept going back and forth. Come to find out, he said, because the wife was saying it hurts every time he tries to get her pregnant, and there's a lot of blood coming out. You know what was happening? He was putting it in the wrong hole, brother. They were that ignorant. He was putting it in the wrong hole.
What the?
Yes, because the Saudis, when they get married, and he had finally told him what was going on. The Saudis, when they get married, that first night, first of all, they get married in 2 separate places. So the men go one place, the women are in another place, and then they're officially married. And then the husband and wife come together the first night. That first night, if you don't see any blood on the sheet, the husband is allowed to give the wife back to her family because that means she's not a virgin. That's how marriage works in Saudi Arabia.
Damn.
Because you, as a husband, you give the family a lot. So you give them like a lot of sheep. You give them, things like mainly like they exchange animals. So you see a lot of sheep herders in Saudi Arabia. So they give sheep and they say, okay, I gave you this, right? So there was one Saudi who had 2 wives, and we were training this guy, and he went away to another base for a few weeks. He came back. The younger wife was complaining about the older wife, right? She said, she's too hard on me. I don't understand what she's doing. So he went and talked to the first wife, and the first wife told him exactly what the younger wife was doing. Basically, she was saying that she was lazy. She wasn't doing her job. You know what this guy did? He called up her dad, and he sent her back. He said, look, your daughter is not doing what she needs to do. Instead of taking the young wife's side, he listened to the first wife and said, your daughter's not doing what she needs to do. So the father says, okay, send her back to me. He sends the daughter to the father, and the father beat her for 2 weeks. And after he got done with her, he called the husband up and said, okay, your wife's ready for you now. That's how it works in Saudi Arabia.
Hey, that's crazy. Yo, yes. They are RP to the max.
Yeah.
Yo, okay, bro.
Because he spent a lot of money for that wife.
They are RP to the max. Hey, shout out to Saudi Arabia.
Oh, and I wanted to let you know how they meet, brother. By the way, I know you're going to ask me this. So the way you meet your wife in Saudi is this. You as a man cannot see another woman uncovered, right? So, like, I don't know if you have them, but I got 2 sisters. So if I was interested in a woman, my 2 sisters would always play with their friends, right? They play with their friends. They hang out with their friends. Because, in Saudi, the women have a lot of parties. Like when you go to a Saudi house, if they're married, the men go in the front way. There's like a gate, and you walk in the gate, then there's a house surrounded by a wall. The women enter from the side. The men enter from the front. They never enter from the front, right? So the women can see what each other look like. So what they'll do is a sister will come to you and say, hey, you should see so-and-so. She's beautiful. And or the mom. The mom will do the same thing. The mom will see her. And that's how they introduce you to the wives.
That's crazy. Hey, this is fantastic intel.
Yes.
Tony, in your experience, are Saudi Arabian women feminine? Because brothers love feminine women. I love feminine women. Yes. I love a feminine woman. I love that femininity in a woman. Speak on that, Tony. Are they feminine?
Yes. From what I hear, all the stories about guys hanging out with the Saudi girls, they are very feminine. They respect the man. The Saudis, like I said, they're in a comfortable. The women feel like they're in a comfortable spot. They don't really care too much about these Western women attitudes, and they're not going to let these Western women try to change them. They're very feminine. You may see the stories. They're always going to pump up the stories, CNN, BBC. Look, she escaped, and she's talking bad about Saudi. Look, I'm going to write a book and make a lot of money. Great. That reporter was probably LGBTQ and woman, and she wasn't feminine at all. And she wanted to put her big mouth on the paper. But for the main part, these women are very feminine. Yes.
Facts. I remember there's a story about one Saudi Arabian woman that fled to Canada, and if you brothers actually research her, she's completely adopted Western culture.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, listens to rap music. Is basically one of those crazy liberal types who, for her, anything goes, spewing nonsense. You know, it's crazy what happens when women come to the West. And this comes into my next question, Tony. So when Western women come over to Saudi Arabia and they stay there for quite a long time, do they start to become feminine, Tony, or do they keep in their ways? Are they still feminists, or do they actually tone down on the feminism and start being feminine women?
You know, that's pretty funny because it's funny that you asked that. I would say half of them become feminine.
Damn.
They do. Because what it is they get accustomed to not having to go to work. They get accustomed to living comfortable life. And then someone be like, you know what? I see why these women want to do this. So then they become more feminine. Yes. And the secret to that, once you get them feminine, when you take them back to their home country, you want to keep them pretty much in the same conditions that they were in Saudi Arabia, not working, bringing in a lot of income, and having them take care of your house. On the other side, the women that weren't feminine, to me, they were absolutely lazy. I would see brothers go to work all day, mostly a lot of white guys, because brothers ain't putting up with that crap. We don't put up with that. But a lot of the white boys would go to work and they come home. The wife been home all day. She might have slept with a couple dudes, or she might not have. But they come home, their house dirty, no food cooked. She picking up the phone, ordering food. I go to work. I say, yo, man, what you eat last night? Oh, man, my wife ordered food. What? She been home all day. She didn't cook? Nope. So a lot of those women would never cook. They would never clean. All they would do was lay around all day, do whatever they wanted to do, and that was it.
That's crazy. That's just madness. There's no way I'm taking that. No way.
I would have gave her the boot, brother.
So they bring their wives over, and the wives do not work at all. They look after the children, look after the house, and that's simply their role for the next 5 years, to stay at home, and that's it.
Yes, that's it. The wives got it so easy. The wives got it so easy. But the ones that are bad, they take advantage of it. And like I said, they be jogging around the compound and they see a dude, and next you know, they see that dude 3 or 4 times. Next you know, they sleeping with that dude. Their wives take sisters, you name it, whoever, they would do that.
I think if brothers want to actually live there and work there, there's no way I'm bringing my girlfriend over there, or wife. No, you got to go there single, as a single man, and just enjoy it. Because if you bring a girl over there, I guarantee you she's going to start sleeping around, going to start being a hoe, all that nonsense. And I ain't dealing with that. So brothers, bear that in mind. You know, don't trust women too much. You know, you got to be very aware as to what happens when women are docile and don't do nothing. Although I know a lot of brothers want stay-at-home moms, but think about this, right? You're working 9 to 5. She has 8 hours to herself. How can you trust her not to do anything promiscuous? Speak on that, Tony, because Tony, your wife works, right? Or is she a stay-at-home mom?
No, my wife is a stay-at-home mom. She's only worked since she's been here. The 14 years we've been married, she's only worked 2 years. So she's a stay-at-home mom. I that's the position I want her in. When the kids get older, if she wants to do what she thinks she can do it. That's what I chose to do. And I made sure she was on my purpose. That's what I want. But when I was in Saudi with W2, she didn't mess around at all. She was what I'm trying to get at, based on what you were saying, is you can take your wife there, but you have to be on a good relationship. Because what people would say is, oh, we broke. You know how you hear this story about, oh, we broke up because we were here, because we were there. No, you broke up because you had problems before you got there. Because I saw some good marriages over there. I saw some really good couples when I was in Saudi Arabia. I know my wife, I would feel comfortable taking my wife to Saudi Arabia because I know my wife. I've been married to her for a long time. We don't have those issues. You know, guys can tell, even when they're not in Saudi Arabia, if their woman is that kind of woman or not. You can tell after a while. You can tell how your woman is. So, yeah, I mean, if you're single, don't go there with a lady. But if you're married and you have a good marriage, your marriage is pretty much going to last everywhere you go.
Fantastic intel, Tony. So let me read out the super chat by Thomas Demahin. £2. Thank you again for the super chat, Thomas. Much appreciated. Brothers, we have over 100 people watching this. Only one super chat's come through in the last 15 minutes. Brothers, you're getting free intel here. Super chats, if you send it through, I will be really appreciative of this. You know, it takes me a lot of time for me to set up interviews, set up this whole reaching out to Tony for his schedule. So it's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes. So your super chats would be appreciated. Thomas says, big up IP and Tony. Saudi women are in check. Yes, indeed. Hopefully
Yes.
one day, Tony, Western women will be in check, but I don't think so ever. It's over now, so get your passport, brothers.
Winter
We
is
got
coming, brother.
winter is coming
It's
indeed,
already
Tony.
here. Yes.
Winter is coming indeed. Again, brothers, get the likes up as well. If you've just joined this live stream, get the likes up. And brothers, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. So everyone subscribe if you're a new viewer to my channel. If you are enjoying this classic content, hit the subscribe button and send through a couple of super chats. Let's get this live stream popping. So shout out to Intellect for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Intellect. He says Saudi Arabia, Middle Eastern women are stunning, gorgeous, one of my favorite. But this ain't it. I like my head.
I was just checking it out. I was like, oh man, like his head on the shoulders. I hear you, brother.
Bro, let me tell you this, Intellect. Western women are a lot more dangerous than Saudi Arabian women. And Tony would agree, brothers.
Trust
Tony
me,
would
brother.
agree. You know,
Yes.
brothers. Carry on, Tony. You want to say something?
Yeah,
bro?
yeah, it is, brother. And, you know, I mean, look, you won't necessarily get your head cut off if you run through. Here's the thing: you can marry a Saudi woman if you convert to their religion, right? Because every day in Saudi, when I went to work, man, they was always like, Tony, you Muslim, you should become Islam. You know, I practice Buddhism, but they was always say you should become Islam, right? So, but then there's those Saudis over there who are Muslim, but then during Ramadan, where they're not supposed to be doing it, they're up there smoking cigarettes and eating food on the day. See? So just like the women, a lot of the women that you see hanging around down there, they're Muslim, but they're not necessarily following the Muslim law. You see what I'm saying? So if you happen to meet, like I said, like with the brother taking them to the clubs, taking them to the compounds, right? If it's okay, you meet them, you got the brother right there. If the brother likes you, and if you in Islam and you really into his sister, he's going to find a way for y'all to hook up because he sees an advantage for him too.
Yep. Thanks for that intel, Tony. Tony, someone said earlier on, he says, if you bring your woman, don't live in a compound, live amongst Saudis or expat neighborhoods. Speak on that, Tony. I thought compounds were the best place to live in. He says live around Saudis or expat neighborhoods. What's the best place to actually live if you bring a woman over to keep her in check? You know, don't sleep around. Speak on that, Tony.
That's good advice, brother. Yes, brother. I agree with you on that. And I do know a lot of brothers that did live off the compound with their wives. Trust me, one brother with 2 wives. Yes. So yeah, they lived off the compound. Now here's the thing. It's good because while you're at work, the wife is at home, but pretty much she's staying at home all day until you finish work because she can't go out by herself. She has to be escorted by you. So that works. But if she's the kind of woman that likes to get out, move around by herself, that ain't going to work. Because even the women that live on the compound, they have these buses, these little mini buses. And they leave the compound twice a day to take the women shopping down at the souks and whatnot. So they take a whole group of women, and then they got the bus driver. That bus driver is responsible for every female on that bus when he gets down to downtown. It's his job to make sure that those women get there, and it's his job to make sure those women get back. That's his job. So it's a plus or minus. Either way is fine. But yeah, if you're the kind of brother that want a lot more security, your wife downtown is better to be on the compound.
Okay, so that's like living in Saudi neighborhoods, normal neighborhoods where there's houses and living around Saudi people, or living with other expat communities where they live in houses as well, and all that stuff, Tony. Okay.
Yes.
Tony, so is it possible to have someone watching your wife all day, every day while you're at work? Is that what some people do? Did they hire some private investigators to actually watch the wives, take pictures, record her leaving the house, meeting people, bringing people to your house as well to sleep with? Is that an option, Tony?
No, you don't see people doing that. Normally, like a Saudi, they have a large family. So the one that's watching the wife would be your mom. So like if I married the Saudi, then my mother or my sister would be watching. They don't need the internet. Word gets around pretty fast because they could be wearing a baya covered up, but the sister will know that's her. And they say, hey, your wife was at the soup today. She was this, that, the other today. Oh, they know. They know. So they don't need PIs because they know exactly where they are.
Fantastic intel, Tony. Shout out to Conrad Grant for another super chat. Thank you very
Thanks,
much
brother.
for the $5 super chat, Conrad. It's much appreciated. You are a regular supporter. He says, big ups, Tony Berry, for the awesome content. Indeed.
Thanks,
Shout out
brother.
to Tony Berry for the awesome content. Again, shout out to Conrad Grant for that $5 super chat. Much appreciated, brother. Couple more questions for you, Tony Berry. In your opinion, would you consider Saudi Arabian women to be good looking?
Yes, yes, brother. Yes, yes. They were, to me, they were some of the most beautiful women in the world, because the thing is, what's so funny is that they would be walking around and you see like just the eyes in some spots. But like I said, in Jeddah, they have the bias open. You see the clothes they're wearing. They got good taste. The women got really good taste. And their voices, when you hear them talk, oh man, you can hear them talk all day long. And they smell good. And they're some beautiful women, brother. Trust me, they're beautiful, man.
Damn.
Yes.
So you said when you heard them talk, I'm
Mhm.
guessing they have like a very feminine voice. Like it's not harsh like American women. It's not like, oh, I'm from New York. I'm from New York. Hey, I'm from New York. I'm from New York. It's very
No.
like very feminine. Speak on that,
Yes.
bro.
Yeah. Me, honestly, and I know I always tell my wife this. I hate the American accent. I really hate the way American women talk. A lot of us, when we wake up in the morning, we turn on the news. If we do that, you hear them talking. I'm sick of them. I just don't. I can't stand the way they talk. But these women, man, they are feminine. They sound really nice. They have a little like high pitched voices. You hear them. And here's the thing, brothers. And I don't know if you brothers noticed this, but every country that I've been to, like away from the West, the women talk at a lower octave. They talk like my wife. She never yells. She's downstairs right now. I'm upstairs in my office. She could tell me, "Hey, dinner's ready," and she will say the same, use the same level of voice as like I'm standing next to her. You'll just hear this low, "Honey, dinner's ready," and you're like, "Huh?" You know, it's none of this. Western be like, "Yo, get down, you got food down, get down, dinner ready, get up." You know, no, you don't hear that. These women talk really low. They're very cognizant of how loud they talk, because they know that a loud talking woman is a no-no. So Saudi women were like, you hear them like with their men, they do. You would rarely hear them talk, but when they talk, it was so sweet.
Fantastic, bro. Um, do they speak English very well, Saudi women, or do we have to know Arabic, or is English okay for us to just
The
speak
ones
to
that,
them and
yeah,
meet
yeah,
them?
the ones that go to the compounds, like the parties you be at, they speak English. Because keep in mind, these girls are smart. These girls actually get educated. They go to school, they do things, they learn things. They're learning a lot of things that they can't do, but they're very educated. Don't get it twisted. These Saudi girls are smart.
Okay, so, but English is okay for us to navigate
Yes,
around Saudi women, to speak to Saudi women and all that
yes.
jazz. Yeah.
If they don't speak English, it's because their husband has done a good job of really keeping them out in the dark. You know, yeah. Like no
um,
internet, no nothing. Yeah.
did you actually? That's a good part now. Before I ask this question, so are Saudi women infatuated with black culture, especially Black American culture, hip hop, and all that stuff as well? And do they adopt the horrible mannerisms from American culture?
They,
Speak on that, Tony.
yeah, they love our culture, but the thing is they're limited. Keep in mind, because they are Muslim. So no matter what happens, that will always come first. They may not always follow the Muslim rules, but at the end of the day, they know they're Muslim. They know that that's what they have to follow. They have to follow that law. That's what they're going to end up doing. They're going to do their 5 prayers a day. That's what they do. Now they do like the hip hop. I know. I had a brother over there who's a trainee. This brother was just dark as get out, but he was Saudi. And I was always bringing them stuff back, like CDs and whatnot. He said, "Yo, Tony, I heard a Biggie, man. I want a Biggie." You know, they're talking like this. So they like them. They like our music. They love our music. They don't portray it out at work, which was so funny because this brother was from Jeddah, and the women are the same way. He said, "Yeah, my sister, she's into this, she's into that." So the women that I did see at the compound, they were into the music. Some of them, like you said, if they get in the West, they would go to the extreme of trying to be a Western person, especially a Saudi woman. She would try to emulate a black woman in America, which we don't want. But like that girl in Canada, so they would get wild like that. But for the most part, they knew what they were.
Fantastic, brother. Can we speak about actually on that topic as well? The N word use. I don't say it. I don't allow
Yes.
anyone around me to say it.
Yes.
Hip hop, because it's so commercialized, and especially in black music as well, black
Yes.
films, N word is used quite frequently. Is
Mhm.
the N word not used at all in Saudi Arabia, and are the women not saying it? Speak on that, Tony, because I don't want to be hearing racial slurs.
Yeah, I haven't heard that. I didn't have that experience when I was in Saudi. The experience I got in Saudi was of respect. People respect you for as a human being. I didn't hear that. I mean, if you hear somebody singing on the party, they be using the words from the song, but they won't come up to you and say, "Hey, what's up?" Yeah, that's not the way they operate. No, no.
Fantastic. Okay. Even that song, I don't want to hear no one saying that horrible word. So I'm hearing good things so far, Tony. Tony, can we speak about jealousy against brothers, black men? Did you experience that, Tony, in your time in Saudi Arabia? Was there any hatred towards you because you had a source, you're getting a lot of ladies were giving you attention, even
Mhm.
people hating on you in general? Speak on that, Tony.
Yeah, the only problem I had in Saudi were with Americans. Really, those Americans are the ones giving the hardest time. The white Americans, those are the ones that had the problems with, because they felt. See, you got to understand, when you're in Saudi Arabia, everybody over there, for the most part, is looking like you. Okay, that was the only country I ever lived in where most people were like black or brown, and they had control. The white man, they don't feel comfortable when they don't have control in the country. They just
Yeah.
don't like that feeling.
Mm.
So they would always, like at work, they would try to make things harder for us sometimes. I remember I almost got in a fight at work, man, because these guys are complaining about stuff. And I just stood up and said, "Man, y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of, you know," and they got mad and they even tried to stand up. I was like, "No, dude, you better sit your butt down. I'm from Philly." Right. So, you have to remind them stuff, right? So they get jealous because they see the brothers out there with women they want, and they know that brothers are sleeping with their wives because they know their wives want the brothers. So that was the big problem. Yeah, that was a huge problem with white boys. I never seen nobody get kicked out of there for that, but the white boys would get mad because they knew the brothers was like they were scared, man, because they knew the wives wanted the brothers bad.
Awesome. And also, brothers, hit the gym, brothers. Um, you know, please hit the gym, get bigger,
Yep,
get
hit that
stronger, get
gym,
your
bro.
muscles, because always presence is very important. When people see you're muscular, when people see you're a big guy, they're not going to test you. Presence is very important.
No, no, I work out, man. And when I was in Saudi, I would do my gym. I did my laps all the time, man. And brothers would be at the gym hard, man. We'd hit it hard, and we didn't have any problems, man. I felt sorry for the white boys, man, because I knew their wives was looking, man. Their wives was looking hard. Their daughters, they're like high upper teens. They were sleeping with a lot of the brothers, because shoot, man, that was an easy pickings right there.
Fantastic, bro. Got a super chat from D Han 219, $499. Thank you very much for the super chat, D Han. Much appreciated. He says, "Wow, I didn't know you had to watch the Saudi woman with a leash, but Keisha from the block is calling the police on you."
They are in the house.
Brothers got jokes. Brothers got
Good
jokes.
jokes.
Shout out to D Han 219. That's a good Costa
I
Rican
was
brother.
watching Top Boy in it.
All right, Tony. So you're saying, in general, the most part, brothers they get a lot of respect there across different
Yes.
people there
Oh,
in Saudi Arabia.
man, I cannot stress this enough, man. I mean, everywhere I'd walk downtown, man, and all the cities I've been, I mean, the Saudis would give us so much love, man. You walk up, you say "Assalamu alaikum, salam." It was so peaceful, man. The brothers was they do like this a lot. I'm talking Indian. Everybody was cool to us, man. It was good. That was probably one of the best places, man, besides Japan, that I felt being black, because I mean, people just did not care, man. They were just so cool to us. They were so receptive. They just like, "Hey, brothers, what's going on?" I didn't have to worry about nothing, man. Nothing.
Damn. So, how were the local black people who are actually from Saudi Arabia treated as well? Were they also treated with respect, like American brothers and UK brothers, or was it
Yeah.
different treatments? Because basically, right.
Hmm.
I know for a fact that if you're from the West and you're a black person, if you're Black American, Black British, you get treated differently in some countries than the black people that live there. Like in Germany,
Yes.
I was treated very well there, but I heard
Mhm.
that Black Germans don't get treated too well there,
No, no, they don't.
especially if they're fresh off the boat. But in your experience in Saudi Arabia, was everyone treated the same across the board?
Yeah, they were treated well, and that's what I like. Because so when I used to go downtown, man, I was intriguing. I met people from Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq. I mean, it was all kind of. It was like a big smorgasbord of people, man. And you see all these. What hits you in Saudi when you first go downtown are just the costumes, the different outfits that the men wear. You see so many colors, so many outfits, and just it's multicultural. It's more than you think. And no, I didn't see him getting treated bad at all. In fact, I had a lot of trainees in the Saudi Air Force who were black who got treated good from Jazan, from all over the place, Jeddah, Riyadh. I didn't notice any difference.
Fantastic to
But
hear.
I do want to bring up one thing though. I do want to bring up one thing I
Mhm.
did know is that the lighter Saudi women, the lighter skinned Saudi women, for the most part, they're not marrying the darker brothers. So a lot of the darker Saudi brothers had wives that were the same shade as them. So I did notice that. I don't know what was up with that, but I did notice that the darker women, the lighter women, a lot of them would not marry the darker women, the Saudi girls. They would go after the Americans all day long, but the Africans they treated them different.
Okay. All right, thanks. So, when you mean by dark and light skin, do you mean so dark would be brown skin, right, for Saudis
Mhm.
because they're normally brown, and light would
Yes.
be very pale, like literally light skin, like a light skin mixed race black person. That's the
Yeah,
light
like the
skin.
ones you
Right?
see on some of the singers, some of the Saudi singers and actresses that are really light with the long jet black hair.
Hmm.
Those are the women that you wouldn't see. Although I did know a few dark skinned Saudis that were married to women like them because they would tell me. But it was one of them that told me, oh, usually the women that are light, they don't marry the dark guys. They usually marry the light guys.
Brothers, this intel you won't get from anywhere else. We have over 100 people watching this live stream. Everyone hit the like button if you have not liked this video already. If you are new to my channel through this live stream, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying this content. Again, if you want to support the channel through any means, hit the super chats. Super chats would be very much appreciated. This is free intel. Super chats would be great. Thank you very much, brothers. Tony, next question for you, Tony, is hmm, can we speak about social media? Because we know in the West, social media has ruined the minds of women
Yes.
here.
Yes.
You got women who are literally fives and
Mhm.
fours, thinking they're nines and tens because they get a bunch of DMs by random guys saying, you're a queen, you're beautiful, even though she's a 3.5 in looks.
Mhm.
Is social media a problem amongst Saudi women there, and not just Saudi women, amongst the women who come in from the West as well? Speak
Mhm.
on that, Tony.
Yeah, so I left Saudi in 2001. So I know that social media had blown up at that time. But from what my friends tell me, the Saudis, internet's censored in Saudi, just like it is in China. It's censored. So when I was there, I mean, the internet, I was using the internet, but it was pretty slow, and I couldn't check all the things that I usually check when I'm outside the country. So I don't think they have a that social media problem because they can't check a lot of stuff in Saudi, and
Fan-
if they do, it's censored.
That's what I love hearing. Yes, controlling, poison is very
Hmm.
important. The problem in
Yes.
the West is poison is not controlled.
Hmm.
It's very clear that social media and feminism is just ruining relationships, but
Yes.
the government allows it for some reason. But in other countries, they let you know that we see a problem here, so we're
Mm.
going to sort out that problem. Simple as that. That's why I love hearing from these countries, which is why I'm telling brothers, get your passports.
Yes.
Your
Yes.
passport is literally as important as setting up a stock account and a crypto account. Your passport will allow you to get the woman that you want, because the West is over in terms of dating. It makes me sick. I'm tired of it. honestly, every day I step out of my house, I see horrible women. I'm tired of it. Let me shout out to Theo WAF. Theo is in the building.
in the building.
Theo's in the building, bro. What's up, Theo? Theo for the $25 super chat. Theo, much appreciated, bro. That's much appreciated, brother. Thank you so much, Theo. He says, you dated Saudis. I never did that. Challenge accepted. Hey. So
I
for
didn't date
brother,
sorry, not me personally. I know friends that did Theo, but I never dated him.
for
No.
brothers who don't know who Theo is a legend in this
Yes.
channel. Theo
Must
has
be love
dated
with Theo.
dime Japanese women, dime
Yeah.
Ukrainian woman, dime Russian woman, dime
He's
Filipino
the
woman.
international James Bond, man.
Theo's done it all. Theo's done it all. So we respect Theo and Tony here quite a lot. They're both
Thanks,
in the
brothers.
Facebook group. The Facebook group is popping. So again, thank you very much for the super chat, Theo. You are a legend. Hope you call in later, brother, when I open up the phone lines.
Hey, IP, I wanted to mention one thing, man. You didn't ask me yet. I don't know if he was going to ask me or not about Western brothers married to Saudi, married to two women in Saudi, the one with the two wives thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew a few brothers that had two wives, and I tell you, when you first hear the thing, oh, he's got two wives, you're like, yeah, baby. No, that's not the best way to be, man. These brothers were telling me. Because here's the thing. When you're in Saudi Arabia, right, you'll see these homes, and whatever you give your first wife, you have to give your second wife the exact same thing. So there'd be like 2-story houses all over Saudi Arabia. The first floor is wife 1, the second floor is wife 2. Well, he would tell me, man, he'd come to work. We like, man, what's up, man? He'd be tired. He'd be beat down all the time. I said, man, what's wrong with you? He said, man, these women are wearing me out. And he said they get mad at him if you bring a coffee cup. Like one time he brought a coffee cup. He woke up in second wife's house and he went to work with her coffee cup because she cooked him breakfast and whatnot. He came home that night. The first wife got mad because she saw the coffee cup from upstairs. She said, what are you bringing that to my house for? Oh, yeah. And he said that the women, they try to outsleep you. So they going, you ain't getting no sleep. He said, when you go home, they're going to try to have as much as they can do with you while you're in the bed because they're trying to compete with the other woman. So, yeah. So, I know. It's like, hey, at 21, I'm like, bring it on. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, all right, good to go. I can't wait to get home. But,
Damn.
He said that was stressful, man, having two wives.
Damn.
Yeah.
And Theo wants 4 wives. I don't know how.
Yeah.
And Theo wants 4 wives. Good luck, Theo, with 4 wives. Good luck, mate.
Oh, that's some good choices right there, though, man.
Can we speak about clubs and bars in Saudi Arabia, Tony? In your experience, was it acceptable for expats to go to club and bars? If so, was it an avenue to meet women there who were checking for brothers? And were the women there actually women you want to meet, or prostitutes or scats and hoes? Speak about that, Tony.
No. A lot of these women, it's a different scene in Saudi. So with the clubs and stuff. So what would normally happen is you'd go, like I said, you go to another compound where you would see another club. So somebody would set up at either the community center. They're like, okay, tonight we're having disco night or whatever they want to do. And you got the DJ there. Every compound got a DJ, right? Or they got a traveling DJ. Like I know my friend, he'd go to different compounds and he'd DJ all over the place. So he had a lot of girls, right? So you go in there, the scene is nice. You could meet some nice women there too. It's a different kind of setup than it is from the West because these women just want to get away from their compounds for a minute. They want to meet some brothers. They just want to hang out because they don't know what else to do. And that's why it was always nice to meet them over there.
Fantastic, bro. Are there any specific club names and bars that you recommend if you can remember?
I just know the name of compounds. And so I know I lived in a big compound. I think it was called Al Qasim up there in Khamis. Wherever you go, you're going to find out real fast where the compounds are and which ones are popping and which ones are jumping, is which ones you need to go to. If you're in Riyadh, you might visit 3 or 4 compounds in one night. If you're in Jeddah, the same thing. And I mean, they're beautiful cities. I mean, you may not imagine it, but man, Riyadh and Jeddah, they are beautiful cities, man.
Damn.
Beautiful cities. They have beautiful art all over the place. The food is good. I mean, you can have a really nice time on Jeddah, call it the Corniche, the Seaway Drive. Oh, it's beautiful, man. So, yeah, you meet them all over the place.
Fantastic, brother. Shout out to Intellect for the $5 super chat. He says, "Wow, what a tragedy!" It's crazy, bro. Hey, so thanks again for the super chat, bro. Much appreciated. Let's speak about what's it called? STDs and STIs. Was that a problem in Saudi Arabia while you were there, brother?
I heard of a few people who had them. Mostly, it's from. See, you get these certain women on the compound who would just sleep around with everybody. Those are the women that would get the STDs. I mean, these wives. I mean, like I said, they're on the compound all day long. They got nothing to lose. They're in the dream world. They got not that many women and all these men they could sleep with, especially the ones from like Thailand. They were the ones that were spreading a lot of the STDs.
Good intel, brother. And
Yeah.
anyways, I know a hole when I see one, so
Yes.
I'll keep away from them ASAP as soon as possible. I don't mess with holes. Let's see. Shout out to Real Estate Law for the $4.99 super chat. Much appreciated, brother. He says, "Are Saudi women shapely?" Good question. I always thought their physical strengths were their faces and hair, not their bodies. Yeah, bro. Bro, I like slim, thick woman. The gym type woman.
Mhm.
Curves. Based on what you saw, our Saudi women, curvy, shapely, got some nice features to them. Slim, thick, not fat, not skinny, right in the middle. Go on,
It,
bro.
it depends on where you're at. So where I was at in Kamismi Shade, I noticed a lot of fat ones because they stay home all day. But those ones are married women. The single ones are not going to get like that because they know that that will not make them attractive to a man. And their women, their mother and their sister would get all over them. Now, when I was in Jeddah, like I said, and in Riyadh, and you see them walking down the street with their bias open, man, those women have some nice slender bodies. What I noticed is that a lot of the Saudi women are small. So when they're young, they're really small. But when they get married, they blow up because like I said, the husbands they don't work out. The husbands don't let them go everywhere. But the young ones are really slender. So that's what I would say. There's a difference in age. You know what I mean? I mean in body, depending on the age.
Okay. Thanks for that, Tony. Everyone, I'll open up the phone lines in 10, 20 minutes. Let me run through my important questions. Then everyone can call in and ask Tony questions regarding this topic and any other topic that you want to speak on. But this topic primarily will come first. So, Tony, do we need to know Arabic? Do you think we need to know a little bit of Arabic just in case? Or
Assalamu alaikum, salaikum salam, kefallah, kakalhaid. It's funny thing is I believe that you should learn it because I speak a little bit of it, and what I noticed is if I'd have spoke as much Arabic as I speak Japanese, I would probably still be over there some way because they loved it when I spoke Arabic over there. They really loved it. I mean, you could get by with English, of course, but when you know the Arabic, man, and Arabic, one thing about Arabic, it sounds so beautiful. I don't know, like I used to fly first class in Saudi all over the country all the time because first class is cheap in Saudi. Go figure, right? But it was good. And I would hear them talking over the loudspeaker, or I would hear them speaking the formal Arabic. Man, it's so beautiful. It sounds so beautiful, man. The language is beautiful. So yeah,
that?
I would say you should take a dab at it. What I want to say too about Saudi is it was like for me, I lived there 4 years. It was like living in one big museum. The whole country to me was a museum. That's what I loved about Saudi Arabia.
Fantastic, Tony. Tony, did you come across Saudi Arabian Christians in your time in Saudi Arabia?
No, no, no. Everybody's Muslim.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody's Muslim in Saudi. Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Tony. Would you consider Saudi Arabian women to be materialistic like Western women? They want the Gucci bag, Prada bag, Birkin bag, all that kind of nonsense. Based on what you saw, Tony, were they materialistic?
Yes, yes. I think they are materialistic. I don't know. It's a different way because they have a lot of shopping over there, man. A lot of good shopping malls and stuff. A lot of Western products coming into the malls and everything. And even the supermarkets were nice, man. There's some nice supermarkets. But yeah, they are materialistic from some of the girls I was dating. They go to their houses and they see some stuff. And these girls really like the big name brands. They really do. So I would say they are.
Okay. Okay. So I'm guessing if it's that case, then you got to pay for everything, pay for. Oh, but it's true. it's a patriarchal country, so you got to pay for dates. You got to pay for it makes sense.
Yeah, there you really you rarely will you end up in dating a Saudi woman. It's because you will only really see her at the spot that she shows up at. So, like I said, if she shows up at the compound, that's where you'll see her, because their movement is restricted. So, you hear guys dating them, and you're like Africans, but then they get caught and they end up getting something chopped off, because they did something like some, and you do hear instances of Saudi women that are married cheating on their husbands too. And then once those women get caught, when the Saudi kills a woman, there's no burial. None of that. What they do is they take the woman and they just throw her out in the desert, and that's it. And I got a story on that. So one of the girls that I was dating was working at a hospital, right? This girl was from Sweden, and this was a military hospital. So what a 14-year-old girl came into the hospital, and she was having stomach cramps, stomach pain. She was complaining about her stomach, and they went and they did a check on her, and they found out that she was pregnant.
What?
Yeah, and
Hey,
they asked.
Tony, remember, keep it PG, yeah? Keep it
Yeah,
very
we keep it
PG.
PG. They
Okay,
found out
bro.
she was pregnant, and so they asked her. They said, "Well, do you know who the father is?" And her answer was, "I don't know if it was my father or my brother."
What the?
And so what happened was they told the guard, because they have guards at every hospital. So they told the sergeant at the hospital that what this girl said. Then the sergeant went ahead and told her dad. The next week, that girl was dead. Her bones and body was thrown out in the desert somewhere because they said that she disrespected the family.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's crazy. And
Sorry,
nothing happened to the guy, right? Nothing happens.
there's a man in Saudi Arabia, a husband, can kill everybody in his house and he will get away with it because that's his property.
Yeah.
They don't think of their house as being part of a country. Your house is your own country in Saudi Arabia. So your rules are the only thing that matters in your house. That's the Saudi way.
Okay. Yo, these Saudis, they RP to the max.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Tony, so how should brothers dress, to actually attract the woman that we want to attract? Feminine, FBI woman. So feminine,
Yes.
beautiful, inspirational, fit, feminine, cooperative. Do we dress the hip hop way? So our pants below our boxers, trousers below our boxers, wearing oversized t-shirts, snapback, throwbacks, and some red bandanas and blue bandanas representing Crips and Bloods? Or do we wear a suit or normal casual clothes and normal shoes, or some Jordans trainers? Speak on that, Tony.
Yeah, you just wear normal stuff. It depends on where you go, but you dress normal. You definitely don't want to walk around with your pants hanging halfway down your butt, but you wear normal stuff. Like I could get away with like the Seahawks jersey with some jeans, nice red sneaks on. Throw on I usually wear like a hat backwards. Like Michael Jordan days. So you're cool. You're cool with that. As long as you dress respectably, you're fine. You can wear pretty much anything you want. But you don't want to walk around with your pants hanging down. No, that's not what you want to do.
Yeah, brothers, please don't travel to these countries wearing your boxers below, you're wearing your trousers below your boxers, because it's disgraceful. You are ruining the image of the black man worldwide. Please, I can't stress how important image is. Some of you
Yes.
brothers will go to these countries wearing Jordans, wearing three-quarter trousers, looking like an absolute clown. Maybe that can fly in New York or LA, but please, when you travel, wear suits, wear nice t-shirts, dress shirts, some nice trousers, some nice chinos, and some nice shoes. It's not hard, brothers. Please, let's change our image, because image is very important. Image will get you the woman you want, will get you more opportunities, more business opportunities, and so forth. And don't wear skinny jeans. No skinny jeans.
No
Aaron,
skinny
no,
jeans.
no skinny jeans. Nope.
No.
And forget design. We don't wear designers over here. We wear normal clothes that have quality and are good prices. Couple more questions for you, Tony. Nightlife. Speak on the nightlife in Saudi Arabia, brother. Is it seedy? Is it crazy? Is it normal? Is it very politically correct because it's a Muslim country? Can you meet women through there? Speak on that, Tony.
The nightlife is lively in Saudi Arabia because keep in mind, the Saudis are nocturnal. because during the day it's usually hot as hell in most parts. So even where I live, where it wasn't hot like that during the day, Saudis for the most of the country is burning up during the day. So Saudis will not usually come out until the night. When the last prayer is done, that's the beautiful thing about Saudi. When the last prayer usually is like around 7 o'clock at night. When the last prayer is done, because every time they pray, right, they pray 5 times a day. So every time you hear that, whoa, wallah, akbar. You hear that the imam speaking through the big speakers all over the town. Well, as soon as then you'll see all the shops closing. They're closing up their shops because they got to go to prayer, right? But at the last prayer, man, when those doors open back up, it's like a whole different scene. It's like going to Disneyland at night.
Damn.
Because you're like, wow, it's just beautiful. It's breathtaking to see it open up at night like that.
So nightlife is great.
Yeah, I would say nightlife is great. And like I said, you're out there, you're in the town, you're walking around, nobody's bothering you. You know, like I said, that's what I saw that Somali lady. It was at night. So, oh, what's going on? You know, so yeah, I would say it's lively. Yes.
And no alcohol as well. You can't drink alcohol.
No, you can't drink the alcohol, but you can drink the alcohol on the compound. You can drink the alcohol. So if you want alcohol, you got to go on the compound. But, you know, there's none off compound.
Okay, bro. Thank you. Can we speak about the ratio in Saudi Arabia? Is it more women than men or more men than women or 50-50?
I would say with all those nurses over there, man, there's a lot of women. I never really paid attention to the ratio. I do know that from what I know as far as how the jobs go and how things work, there seems to me to be a lot of guys, but those guys that are there from other countries, they're not dateable guys. So women are not looking for somebody from Pakistan or from India or from the Philippines. They're looking for the Brits and the Americans. Because keep in mind, in Saudi Arabia, you get paid based on your nationality. Americans get paid the top because we're Americans. The Brits get paid the next because they're Brits. And then it goes down the line. If an Australian's there, they're going to get paid third. The Swedes are going to get paid after that. So they pay you based on the country you come from.
Fantastic. Let's speak about what's it called? Traveling. Is it better to travel alone or in a group to Saudi Arabia just for holiday? Forget about going there for a job. If you were to travel there, should you travel alone or in a group?
Well, first of all, it's hard to travel to Saudi Arabia. They haven't opened their country up to tourism. Their country's open for like workers and whatnot like that, and for special occasions like if you go to Mecca and Medina, you know, you want to go do your prayer, stuff like that. But you can travel by yourself or in a group. I know I was there. I used to go around by myself for the first 90 days, just hanging out. When I was in Jeddah, I'd go out, hang out by myself. Nobody was, trust me, you're not going to get attacked. Nobody's going to bother you when you're walking around. And what's the beautiful thing about being black is when you walk around there, they don't know if you're from there or not. You know, if you don't say nothing, they don't know. They don't know if you're a Saudi or if you're, you know, an African that lives in Saudi. They just don't know, you know, what you are until you open your mouth.
Fantastic intel, brother. Shout out to Russian spy Sleazeball for the $2 super chat. Maya Khalifa's abundant in the Middle East. don't even answer that, Tony. Can you answer that, Tony, or no?
Maya Khalifa. So, I mean, if she's a pretty girl, yes, they have a lot of beautiful women. And that's the thing, man. Once you get out of Saudi, because, you know, that's just Saudi. But you go into Dubai. I haven't been to Dubai, but if you go to those other countries around it, it's wide open. It's more open, of course, in Saudi. But all the women I've seen in the Middle East, man, they're beautiful. There's some beautiful girls. Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to open up the phone lines to everyone. But before I do that, I want to say thank you, Tony, for answering my questions and for breaking it down. This is crazy intel. Like I said, government level intel, something that normal people don't deserve.
Yes.
But we're not normal people. We're high value men.
We're high value men. Yes.
We're all high value men. So, brothers, again, if you're not part of the Facebook group, you're missing out. Join the Facebook group. I've just posted the link in the live stream chat. Tony Berry and Theo WAF, alongside Thomas Demihin, J Bones, and other high value men are in that Facebook group. Join the Facebook group. Make sure you have your AVI on your. Make sure you have a picture of yourself in your AVI, just so I know it's you. I don't accept AVI less people because of trolls. Again, follow me on Twitter. Twitter is popping. Tony Berry follows me on Twitter. We normally speak quite often regarding traveling and other issues. So, brothers, follow me on Twitter, and you can also send me a DM through Twitter. So, I've posted my Facebook, posted my Twitter. I'm also on IG. So IG is where I put out updates, put out pictures of traveling, whatever. And you can also DM me through IG. So here is my IG as well. So brothers, let me tell you again, let me give you a quick update on my channel. Cash App is coming very soon. PayPal coming very soon. I'm still sorting out a few issues regarding those two platforms. One-to-one consultations coming very soon. Give me more time. That's going to be a classic where you can call me or I call you, and then we discuss your travel plans, your career plans. I help you out. I help you carve a good way for traveling, stocks, crypto, finances. That'll be chargeable, of course, but I will give you great advice. We can have it once a week, twice a week, depending on what you want. We'll find a great price for you, brothers. That's coming very soon. Last but not least, Discord is coming very soon. So I am setting up a Discord server. And again, that'll be easy for everyone to join that Discord server.
Oh, nice.
Talk about traveling. You know about Discord, Tony Berry?
No, I haven't heard about that one yet, man. Somebody mentioned it before.
Yeah, so it's a server where you can create threads, topics. Everyone just signs in, and then we start speaking about traveling. Foreign women. There'll be different categories. So we have like a category for Russian women. We give intel there. We share videos. So that's going to be a very good project. Give me time, brothers. It's going to be a great thing. So again, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. Do it ASAP because I'm going to put them all on private and then start accepting people one by one because a lot of trolls out there, a lot of people sending threats. Actually, I got a threat this week. Yeah, a lot of people angry. I got a threat. Someone was threatening me through IG saying, don't talk about this or that. So a lot of crazy people out there, brothers. So Facebook. So I'm going to be very careful who I vet for the Facebook group. And then here's another one, Twitter again, and IG. Follow me through these three platforms. I got a super chat real quick. Shout out to Russian Spy Sleazeball for the super chat, $2. Is traveling the Middle East worth your life? Nothing is worth your life. You have to be very careful where you go to. Do your research. That's why I have these videos, brothers giving you intel where to go to and where not to go to. And on that note, Tony, are there any places we should avoid in Saudi Arabia?
I'll tell you when I was there, man, which made me leave earlier than I planned. My compound got attacked actually. Back in 2000, 2000, some guy drove up and at the big gate. In fact, one of my Saudi friends got killed there. Brother, he was a really nice brother, man. He had 4 kids. No, he had 6 kids, and he got killed trying to protect us. It was a 1-hour shootout. So, you have to be careful wherever you go in Saudi. But like I said, as a black person, you don't have to worry about a lot of things. As long as you behave and you fit right in, you're fine. At this point, I wouldn't say there's anywhere you need to avoid anything. Although, if you don't want to get involved in the southern war with Yemen, you might not want to go down south. You might want to stay in Jeddah or Riyadh.
Damn. So what happened there with the attack? So someone just randomly drove to your compound and started shooting bullets at it?
Yeah. What happened was, that, like I said, there's a snake road that goes down and it gets to the main road, then it drives us to work. So I was scheduled to go to work that morning, and but I was still getting ready, and then I heard this pop, 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 pop. What's going on? And it was going on for about an hour or so. And one of my friends was down the hill. He actually got shot at. The guy ran out of ammo, and instead of him running the guy over like he should have, he got out of his truck and he started running across the field. And we all got on and we said, "Hey, dude, you should have just ran this dude down." because he was out of ammo. He's in front of your truck. You should just ran him over and just stopped and called the police. But he didn't do it. He went on to work. The guy went up the hill and started shooting people, and that's when he killed my friend. And eventually they got him. But yeah, it was a crazy guy. It was terrorist attack on our compound, which will happen in Saudi Arabia once in a while. You've seen the movie The Kingdom? That will happen in Saudi. So that's the thing. Saudi's a good place to be, but it may not always be safe depending on how people feel.
So just know was it a guy that just hated Americans, hated people?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he wanted to get to, because you have the Brit compound up there too, and the American, and he was going to go to either one of them and start shooting up people.
Jeez, yo. Thanks for that intel, Tony Berry, and shout out to Russian Spy Sleazeball for the super chat. Let's open up the phone lines, brothers, and then let's get people to ask Tony questions and have a good conversation. So here is call in link. Balari Kermel II, call in, brother, and anyone else call in. Let's have a good conversation. It's a classic live stream. In the meantime, get the likes up, brothers. If you've not liked this video, hit the like button. If you've not subscribed yet, I strongly suggest that you subscribe, because you won't get any content anywhere like this. Okay, replace. Let's see.
Man, I can't believe people threatening you on Instagram. That's not good.
Yeah, it's crazy,
That's why I got my Nancy Jennifer with me, man, all the time when I go out. I don't know how it is in Britain, but America, we got the right to bear arms.
We got Thomas Demihin. What's up, Thomas?
Thomas, what's up, fam?
What's up, IP? What's up, Tony?
What's up, fam?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
All good, man. How are you? How are you, Tony?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
I'm good, brother. I hope you're enjoying the live stream so far, Thomas.
Yeah, man. So far, so good. Well, I have a lot of questions. A lot of questions because Saudi Arabia, man, it's a sticky one because I've been to Dubai, but I always wanted to go to Saudi Arabia to see how it is.
Yes.
So one question I have is see the Saudi women. Mm-hmm. I know they're beautiful, very beautiful, but I'm just thinking, like, because they know that they're beautiful, do they kind of take advantage of men somehow? Because us brothers, we get a lot of respect there. But I'm just thinking to myself, are there certain situations, Tony, that some Saudi women, they kind of use men? Have you ever experienced that before?
No, it's because myself, I didn't date the Saudi women, but I know that guys have dated them didn't have that experience. I think what it is with them is they want to open up. They want to explore. They're excited about everything. So personally, this is my own opinion, I would not marry a Saudi girl because I think that they've been under the gun so much, and they are feminine, but I can't, like that girl in Canada, I can't trust them once they leave the country. I don't know what they'll do. So if you get a Saudi, keep her in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I think I don't think I'm gonna do that, fam.
Yeah.
Because once you said when you marry a Saudi woman, you have to convert to Islam. I'm like, no, that can't happen. I'm a full-born Christian.
Yeah, a lot of guys that married the women over there, like if they did marry like a Saudi or a woman from Pakistan or Morocco or whatever, they would stay there. Now, I do know guys that just up and left their kids and their wife in Saudi because they were driving them crazy, which I would never do. I don't know why they would leave their kids. You can leave your wife, why would you leave your kids, right? But guys would do that. So if you're thinking about marrying a Saudi, keep her in Saudi Arabia.
All right, cool. So it's great to hear that Western women are kind of triggered that us brothers, we have options. So if we go to Saudi Arabia, we can get 2 wives. So I
Yeah,
was just,
you can
so
get
I'm
up to
just,
4 wives. You can actually get up to 4 wives in Saudi Arabia.
holy moly.
Yeah.
So I'm
So,
just thinking, what's
Swedish.
the? I'm just thinking, what does these modern Western women thinking about Saudi Arabian women?
A lot of the Western women that I knew there, they would try to change the Saudis, try to, influence
Yeah,
them. But the Saudis were not taking it, man. The Saudi women were like, "Nah, we like the life the way we like it. That's the way we are. That's the way we like it." They would not change for these women while they're in Saudi Arabia. Now, when they leave, is a different story because the Saudis, to me, looks like they're the kind of person that will behave. When in Rome, do what the Romans do. That's the Saudi.
because you also mentioned that some Saudi Arabian women, they kind of become westernized once they enter Western countries like the UK and US.
Mm-hmm.
Someone mentioned Mia Khalifa. That's a great example of someone who she just fell off, man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's best to keep Saudi Arabian women in Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
But if let's say they do go to the West,
Mm-hmm.
is it would they still be conditioned for how they were before, or is it best to just keep an eye on them as long as possible?
To me personally, from what I know about them, I would not feel comfortable with a Saudi woman in the West because these women, keep in mind, they've been under strict rule, religious rule. They've been everybody and the brothers watching them. When they get out in the open, they get free. You don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, I think if they're married, they wouldn't mess around with their husbands. I think that's the biggest. That's the thing that they wouldn't do. They would be loyal. But I'm saying if you bring them over and you're not married to them, you don't know what these women will do.
Yeah, I think it's best to keep them in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, yeah, with their family and people who can watch them when you at work. So and so can watch them. Yes.
Yeah, I like the fact the men keep them checked up, put them
Mm-hmm.
in line because that's how it should be. That's how it's
Yep.
been that's how it's been throughout history.
Yep.
So it's only in the modern times now, and well, everything got messed up. And I blame the West for that.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
Yeah,
Any more
I just,
questions, Thomas? Or
yeah, 2 more questions. So you learn Arabic, and Arabic has to be one of, if not the most difficult language to learn.
Yes.
How did
Yes.
you do that? And also, would it be best for me to visit an international school in Saudi Arabia to learn Arabic?
Yeah, you want to go to school to learn. I didn't go to school myself. I just basically learned from hearing it every day. So I mean, I only learn a little bit, but I can converse. I know how to say, hey, weighing out, hammam, where's the bathroom, things like that. I can speak, I can converse, I can ask people, kefalal, how's your family? I know Sadiq is friend. So I can get by, and when I'm there, I probably will speak more because I'm there. I just love the language. I thought it was a nice way to communicate, and I wish I didn't. My only regret is I don't know as much Arabic as I know Japanese.
Nice. One last question I have is were there any like African women in Saudi Arabia? Not women who were born in Saudi Arabia, like who came to Saudi Arabia alongside other ethnic women.
No, there was like I told you, I ran into that Somali. So there was a lot of African women, especially when you get to like the big cities like Jeddah, Dhahran, and Riyadh. I mean, man, they had them. They had them all over, and they were beautiful too. And you could tell because they were bolder. They were a lot more relaxed. They were feminine, but they were more relaxed in their demeanor.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, brilliant, man. I have to say, man, thanks, Tony. It's a blessing to have you here again.
Thanks,
You're a
fam. No problem.
legend. And IP fam, keep up the great work, fam. Another instant classic.
oh,
Oh, thanks, brother. Thanks,
thanks for the
Thomas.
kind
Thanks,
words,
brother.
Tony. Thanks for the kind words, Thomas. Much appreciated, brother.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, man.
No worries, bro. Put yourself on mute, Thomas. I'm gonna bring in double DD. Got a super chat from Suo 1997, $10. Thank you very much, Suo, for the super chat. It is much appreciated. He says, "Thank you, IP, Tony, Theo, Uncle Meat, and Ransom, for taking time out of your busy schedules to provide us valuable intel on this elevating channel. We appreciate you. Thank you for the kind words, brother. You know, it's honestly there's a lot of work that I do behind the scenes just so I try and get you brothers intel because I know a lot of brothers are going through a lot, and you know I know how the West is for black men. You know, black men like us were ignored. Black men who are educated, black men who don't fit into the stereotypical role of a black man. But
Yeah.
we don't get a voice. We don't get enough attention, and you know it's messy here in the West. You know, the women here they're going off. They're not feminine, horrible to be around with. So this is why I made my channel, and I'm happy that it's helping out brothers. In this space. Brothers, feel free to send more couple more super chats. It's all appreciated. Let me bring in DD. What's up, DD? You okay, brother?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. How you keeping? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Just grinding, working, just keeping it steady.
Fantastic. I love hearing that, DD. Love hearing brothers keeping well, keeping safe. Hold on, DD. I have another super chat from Uncle Meat Goodbar. $10 Canadian currency, Canadian dollars.
Not Canadian, baby.
IP, my British brother. Much respect. Much respect to you too, my Canadian brother, Uncle Meat Goodbar. Again, bro, you are a valuable member of this channel. The intel we did on Vancouver, bro, instant classic forever to the end of time. Thank you, Uncle Meat.
Man,
Any
good, baby.
questions? Fire away, Didi.
Yeah. Um. Now, personally, I tend to lean towards more Moroccan chicks,
Okay.
and
Yes.
yes, yeah, right. And um, are there any? Have you met any Moroccans in Saudi Arabia?
I met one. I wasn't dating her, but I was telling IP earlier. I saw her over at the. I mean, I've seen many, but I met that one was when I was at a buffet. And man, they are nice. There's some nice girls, man. They're very friendly, very feminine. It's like it was just easy to talk to, man. That's what I liked about them. It's just easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, personally, I don't know about the Saudi girls. That's why I bring up the Moroccan ones, and I don't
Mhm.
think like I'm not really religious, so I think that's going to be a problem.
Mhm.
Um, but anyway, since Saudi Arabia is a more conservative and traditional country,
Mhm.
I'm assuming they know how to cook, right?
Yes, they know how to cook. And to your point, I mean, out of all the women in Saudi Arabia, the ones the last ones I would go out with would be a Saudi because
Right.
there's just too many risks involved. There's too many things, too many stipulations, and I mean, they are pretty, but it's not worth your life if you get in the wrong situation. There's too many other women over there that you can deal with.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can.
Okay.
They definitely can cook. Yes.
Mm.
Because I went to one
Okay.
Saudi's
Okay.
house, and the way it works in the Saudi house is like I said, the men enter from the front, the women enter from the side, right? Well, this guy was married. He was in the Air Force. I was training him, and so me and a few other guys went there, and they brought their girls, and they went to the side. And the guys were in one living room. They always have two living rooms in Saudi, one for the men, one for the women. The women were in another
Mm-hmm.
room. The wife would bring the food in to the one room, and then she'd knock on the door, and then she'd get out of that room. And then the husband would open the door to that room and grab the food and bring it for all the guests. That's how
Okay.
it would. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to keep this short. That's it for me. I don't really have many questions, but that's it for now. But thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
No
very
problem.
much for calling in,
Thanks,
DD.
DD.
Stay on the line, brother, and
All
I'll
right.
bring you in later on. Almost a packed house, so I need to drop one person from the call. I'll drop you, DD. Let me bring in the legendary Zach Hayes. What is up, Zach? You cool, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
So, Zach.
What's up,
Hey,
Mr. Curry?
I'm good, bro. How are you keeping, Zach? You okay?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right.
Fant. Mm-hmm. Go on,
You
bro.
ready to say something?
No, say fantastic, bro. Lovely to see you here, bro. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
you have any questions for Tony Berry, Zach?
Yeah, Mr. Barry, it's just interesting what you said about how, people from other races just hate like black men flourishing, economically and with the women in other countries. Like, how are you able to mentally like not succumb to all of the to all of the pressure with knowing that there's other people outside of your race that just hates you because you're able to get beautiful women. Like, how are you able to deal with that?
Oh, that's a good question, brother. And I deal with that here. Being with my wife, I deal with people, right? But see, the thing that I got that gets me, man, is I always try to outlive these people, man. I always try to live better. I keep my body in shape. I mean, that's what drives me when I'm working out, man. Is I'm driving, I'm like, you know what? Brothers, we got the gift of the good bodies. We got to keep them going. And people, when they look at us walking down the street, man, if they hate us, they can hate me even more if they want. They can't touch me. They can't bother us. So once you figure that out, then it gets easy after that, man. I'm just, when I was a kid, man, they used to call me black and ugly all the time. People would say, "Oh, you black, you ugly thing." Man, I'm glad I'm black, brother. Trust me, I love being black, man. And when I come back to this planet, I better be black. I'm telling you. If I'm not, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so that's how I deal with it, man. I just focus on other things, do my workout, keep myself good, live my life good, give my children, my wife, and my son a good life. That's how I deal, man. And I just make my life. They hate me. The more they hate me, the better I live.
That's right. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say this real quick, and then I'm going to let the other callers like join. Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of friends outside of my race as well, and there was this guy who talked about a situation who he had with somebody in our race. And the thing is, right, like, it's just so interesting how we're all judged from a superficial aspect. Like, yes, my name is Zach, but like international passport always states, before the handshake is, exchanged, when people see you, they see black. So, when you exemplify, bad characteristics and, you don't show a good example of yourself, not only is that a reflection of yourself, that's going to be a reflection of your race.
Exactly.
So you just have to be mindful. You're not messing it up for yourself. You're also messing it up for the other good black men who are responsible. You're giving them a bad image as well. So just us together, like as a collective, we have to be mindful that people are always talking about us and people are always watching us.
Yep.
We have to make sure we're on point with everything.
I agree with that 100%, brother. That's how I carry myself. I mean, I'm representing myself, I represent my family, represent my race. And like I said, when I was in the military, especially, man, I used to outdo the white boys all the time. There was no way in hell a white boy was going to beat me at nothing. There was no way that was going to ever happen. They never beat me. They never will. I mean, that's my big motivation. They're not going to beat me, man. No.
I love it.
Facts.
Nope.
No one's gonna beat brothers. No one's gonna beat a black man at anything.
No.
There we go. Facts. We're number one at everything.
Yep.
I mean that.
That's right.
Hey, all right. Thanks for that, Zach. I appreciate you calling in, brother.
Thanks, brother
It's nice
Zach.
to see
Thanks,
you.
brother.
See you well and speaking to you again, bro. And keep safe, bro. Keep well.
Yeah, keep safe, brother.
The channel and the community is here for you, Zach. If you're part of the Facebook group, if not, join it, Zach. Post a few comments there if you want some support, some encouragement, bro. We're here for each other. Okay, brother?
Yep.
All right.
Brother.
All right, man.
All right, take it easy, Zach. I'm gonna put you on mute. Let me bring in Balari Kimi. What's up, Balari?
Hi. Peace.
Can't hear you, bro.
Lie.
Can't hear you.
Just a second. Let me check my mic.
While Balari fixes his issues, brothers, call in. The phone lines are still open. If you have any questions for Tony,
Hello?
you want to speak about a different topic, call in. What's up, Balari?
Hilary,
Yeah,
what's up?
can you brothers hear me now?
Yes, we got you, brother.
Yes.
Peace, brother Tony. Peace, IP. Guys, I just want to say you should be really, really grateful to IP because the knowledge that brother Tony and Theo have been dropping, as somebody who's lived in like 3 different continents, is, how will I say? It's like an example of a friend gave me once. He said everybody knows how inside of a prison looks like.
We're
He
losing
said
you,
everybody knows
Blurry.
what it smells
Can
like.
you hear? Can you, Tony? Can you hear Blurry?
I heard he went out a little bit.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
okay, can
he's.
you hear me now, Peter?
Yeah, I got you now, brother.
Yes.
Uh-huh. So like I was saying, it's like a friend gave me an example. He said everybody knows what inside of a prison looks like, but very few know what it smells like. So just to get that, yeah, just to put that to the perspective, because the things that they're giving you is something that you expect somebody who's from that country, who's like 60 years old and wise, telling you. You
Mm,
know?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
mm.
because for example, like what you guys stream. Sorry, I'm going a little off topic, but I'm gonna tie it back in. It's like what the stream you did about Japan, how you literally gave, the details, about the big city girls, the town. So I start comparing with the stuff that I saw in Hungary. It's exactly the same thing. You know, those that refuse to, like, okay, like bunch of foreign students, we came in, everybody was doing, doing his own thing. But at the end, it's those that married the girls that are, from more stable families, not from single mama households and all of that. They're the ones that are still married,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
so, like, regarding the question, about dating in Saudi, people don't understand. Saudi is very multicultural. There are people from all over the world, just like
Yep.
America is, but the only difference is that Saudi is Muslim, America is so-called Christian, you know.
Yes.
And when it comes to Saudis, they're just as Muslim as Americans are Christian. You have a few that are very serious, and
Mhm.
some that, it is what it is, and some that really don't care,
Yep.
but outwardly they have to like behave themselves. So, and like Tony was saying, it's a bunch of gated communities everywhere. So for
Yeah.
example, Saudi Airlines, it has Saudi City. So like every major corporation, it has like a gated community for its
Yep.
foreign workers and everything like that. So
Yep.
when you're in there, is an entirely different country. But outside on the road, you have to conduct yourself appropriately. You can't be going around sagging, acting a fool, on the street. You just have to behave. But when you're the gated community, you can still make it if you want to run around mad. It's only your neighbors that are gonna pick issues with you. So,
Yep.
but yeah, it's not all foreigners that live in gated communities. Some you find like in every part of town, for example, like even America, you guys have Chinatowns and Koreatowns and stuff like that. So you
Yep.
find neighborhoods that, oh, a lot of foreigners end up being around there because maybe there's a school there or the company they work. So you might live in flats or houses and whatever. So for those that are married, like, okay, for example, us, first we lived in an apartment, then we moved in a gated community, then we lived in like in houses all over Jeddah. So
Mhm.
to me, that was like, it was cool. Some of our neighbors were Saudis, some of us were foreigners and stuff like that. And went to international school. So they have like two types of schools: the international schools, and then the ones
Yeah.
that everything is in Arabic. So
Yeah.
of course, now talking to family, because we left there like in the mid late 90s. I heard a lot of things are changing now. It's not as open as Egypt, but a lot of things are changing. You know. So like before, women can't just up and leave. Oh, I got a job. No, she will always stay under her father's house, and when she gets married, she moves out. But
Yep.
now, they've been allowed to. She can just go out and live elsewhere, even though the dads typically don't like it, because if she runs into any problem, it's going to be on the father's head.
Yeah.
Like a quick
Exactly.
example about how pampered Saudi women are. When we were in Hungary, we were in like first year medical school. So the girl that was doing her foundation year, she was my neighbor. Like in the hostel we had, our rooms were close. The end of the semester, she had a whole big basket of clothes. She needed help. She doesn't know how the hell to
Wow.
operate a washing machine, you
Oh
know,
no.
because throughout like live stay in Saudi, you have your own car, your whatever. And there's a car for your wife. She has her own driver, nanny, maid, and everything. So
Yep.
now she comes to Europe. She's been buying clothes every goddamn day for the whole semester.
Yep.
So I had to show her how to use a washing machine, you know. So those that come from middle class, upper middle class family, they're pampered and spoiled.
Yep.
So they might have maids that are from Africa, could be like maybe Nigerian
Philippine.
maid or Ethiopia, Somalia, and whatnot, or the Philippines. But like Tony was saying, if you go to the hospital, you swear to God you're like in the Philippines, just like little Filipinos running all over the place. You know,
Yeah.
they're, they are literally the health workers.
Yep.
So, and like you were saying, you don't even have to bother dating the Saudis, because you have foreigners from everywhere. It's just like coming to America saying, I don't have to worry about some, redneck chick. America is open. There are people from everywhere.
Yeah.
So since at least in this little sector of black men, we have some that are Muslims. So I think the Middle East and North Africa might be a place for some of them, because you don't have to worry about converting. You guys all in the same religion, and apart from the Gulf states, the what do you call it? You have many Arab countries around, from Africa to the Middle East that have a sizable Christian, you know population. So for those that are religious and whatnot.
All right, thanks
Sorry
for
if
that.
I went on on
No,
a
no,
diatribe.
no,
No, brother.
that was great, Bilari Kim. That was fantastic.
Thanks,
So,
brother.
are you in America at the moment?
No. I'm in Hungary, but I came to the continent now. I came, then Corona happened. So, but I'll be going back hopefully for the end of the year.
The continent. So you go back to where? Sorry.
Hungary.
Oh, Hungary. Okay, but you're in the
Yeah,
continent. What do you mean continent? What
yeah.
place?
I'm in
Africa.
Nigeria actually at the moment.
Oh,
Ah,
okay, okay.
Nigeria. Yeah. Yes. I'm part Nigerian, man. I'm 50% Nigerian, by the way.
Ah, that's good. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Yes. That's what's up, man. 50% Nigerian to the Nigerian brothers. Yes.
Yeah.
Tony. So, what tribe would you be in Nigeria? What tribe?
I haven't got it down to the tribe yet. I know I was surprised, man. 50%, man. Like, wow, because Nigeria is like the America of Africa.
Yeah.
Everybody
200
wants to
million,
go there.
over 200 million.
Yeah, man, and yeah. So I don't know what the tribe is yet, man, but I can't wait to visit and
But
check it out.
Tony, you can claim any tribe. To be honest, you can say you're from the north. Any of the northern tribes, or even from the south, maybe.
Oh, wherever the beautiful women at, I'll claim that.
Yeah, just look up, let's say, Hausa or Fulani girls, Like a lot of
Fulani.
times, if people see Fulani people, they confuse you. They think maybe you're from Morocco or Somalia, because they kind of look somewhere in between. Just look up, like, the current president of Nigeria, his wife and
Oh.
kids. You think, like, are they from Louisiana, or what the hell are these guys?
Whoa.
All right, man. Hey, Bilari. Yeah, let's set up a live stream, Bilari, regarding your experiences in
Yeah, I'm trying to
Hungary.
get some of my friends that are in Hungary, that will actually give, Tony's level kind of stuff, So I don't want to give anything shabby. So I'm trying to get him into the group, and then, set up
All
go
right,
from there.
bro. Yeah. So, when you have that set up, can you please get in touch with me on IG
Yeah,
or
definitely.
Twitter through DMs, because I answer DMs very quickly. And let's also set up a live stream regarding Nigeria. Let's see
Yeah.
let's see what the women let's see the women there in Nigeria. Let's see how feminine
Well,
they are.
and how will I? Well, Nigerians, how will I say?
No,
Okay,
no, no,
you guys have a.
not now, bro. But we'll do it in the future, okay, bro?
Okay, no
Hey,
problem.
send me a Facebook request, Zach and Thomas and Balari brothers. Thank you, man.
All right.
Okay,
Thanks for
bro.
that, Bilari. I see the
Okay, thanks, man.
legendary Theo.
Oh, Theo. Oh, I'm in trouble,
Hey,
man.
Theo is
I'm in
here.
trouble.
Let me
I'm
bring
in
in
trouble,
Theo.
man.
Let me bring in
Theo.
Theo. Hold on. Let me get a nice screen of the two
Okay,
legends. Let me
give
drop.
me a second, man. Somebody made it.
So Zach Hayes, Bilari, and Thomas, stay on the line. I just want to bring in Theo, real quick. Just us three. Give me a second, brothers. All right, but no one drop off. Stay on the line, okay? Bilari. Let me bring in Theo. Theo. Hey, what's up, brother?
I've had a really heller week, to be honest. It's just been very intense, but it's been good. And people in the group have been texting me, asking me for more advice. And I'm more than happy to give advice to people about how to date in Japan in particular. And a lot of people are asking about, like, again, how to get their money game up, their finances, crypto. And so I've been given some advice about that as well. So I don't have any problems doing that, as long as people are respectful, and I can arrange a good time that doesn't interfere with my schedule. And hey, it's good. I like doing it.
Yeah, Theo. I need that financial advice as well, bro. I need that big time. I need the crypto and the stock advice. Can I reach out to you directly to
Yeah,
speak about
but
that, please?
your situation is a little bit more difficult because you live in a socialistic country. So, like, it's not really free
What's
capital.
up?
Huh. Hey,
Uh,
Tony.
uh,
What up,
yeah. So,
Theo?
did you hear about the whole Binance thing, Theo? That we lost it in the UK, and I don't know what to do, because I know a lot of brothers I know use Binance, and they're all stressing out like, how can I buy crypto now? It's
Binance.
crazy, bro.
Check this out.
You've got a problem in the UK. You have. I mean, we'll talk, but I have answers for you. Don't worry, I'll take care of you. I'll make sure you get out.
What do you
Please,
call it?
bro.
Binance is what you call it? Binance?
It's like a
Finance. We're just talking.
crypto. Go on, Theo.
We're just talking about like I've been giving advice to people in the group, and it's something that I don't mind doing, and it's something that's been enjoyable. But just guys are asking about how to get a job, remote job, how to be flexible, how to do the finances. And I'm explaining this is a process. This isn't just a one-off, but you have to be devoted to actually do it. My story that I wanted to say, since you're talking about this, is that my second girlfriend that I had her name was Sophia, or Sophia, that's what we call it, either one. And she was a Sunni Muslim from Syria.
Oh,
yeah. And I dated her when I was at the Sorbonne in France. So I would actually, my first girlfriend was Russian in Russia. My second girlfriend was Syrian in Paris, and we only spoke in French. And that was an amazing experience. And a lot of what you were saying about Saudi women, I was like, you're describing Sophia so well. Like, I'm just seeing her. So one of the things was that she was very refined and elegant. So if you notice, my photo that I've used for my icon on YouTube or Facebook, I'm wearing a suit, right?
Yep.
There's a meaning behind that suit. So that suit is Yves Saint Laurent, and I bought that suit in the store in Paris where Sophia introduced me to Yves Saint Laurent.
What?
And while we were students at the Sorbonne, she took me to this store, like this really good store in the Sixth, and she said, Theo, you'd look really good in this suit, like Yves Saint Laurent. This is the kind of suit you should be wearing. And I never forgot that. So when I became professional, I wore Yves Saint Laurent and Armani, and I bought them all in that suit in that store in Paris. So,
I love those suits, man. And I love that Yves Saint Laurent cologne. I used to wear that in high school. I used to wear Yves Saint Laurent. Yves Saint Laurent.
So that's actually my suit I'm wearing there. That is from Paris. My wife didn't know that's backstory when I bought it. I was with my Japanese wife, but that's why I was in the store buying it, because I was remembering Sophia. So a little story. Okay, she was extremely educated, refined. She didn't wear a burqa or anything like that. She let her hair out, but she was covered. But she had a figure that was unbelievable. Like, it was obvious she was hot. And she didn't need to flaunt anything. She was just like, I know I'm hot. She, like you said, like, not supposed to drink alcohol or stuff like that. She'd be like, yeah, I'm drinking some wine now. We're going to go out to dinner. We're going to drink some wine. She wasn't, like, she understood Islam, but she didn't really follow it, but she observed it. She was like, one of the jokes we always had, like, she said she would marry me if I become Muslim, and I would say, oh, so I could like disregard, ignore the religion like you do? Because that's what she did.
Wow.
And we kind of just laughed at it, because we're like, well, because I was a little bit more serious Christian than she was a serious Muslim, but we're both observant, so we were kind of just playing this game with each other, trying to convert each other. But highly intelligent, can engage you, refined, knew who she was as a woman, super feminine, extremely super feminine. I still hold her as being the standard for femininity, even to somewhat above Japanese women, because she didn't take, like, she was just, it was like this. She could sit there and tell me why all Americans were evil except me, and why they should all go to hell, and why they're bad in the Middle East. And then she just turn around and to go total feminine and just make out with me. And I was like, look at her like, like this is got. I could do a full 50 years with you, honey. Like, this is good. I mean, yeah, like this. You're amazing. She was utterly amazing, unforgettable. I still think about her every single day, even after all these years. So, I was going to say, guys, what Tony is saying here. I mean, because Syria and Saudi Arabia, they're different, but they're not that different. What he's saying here is right on about the women. It's right on. The only difference was that Sophia had the right of movement, and she was a little bit more liberal, but she was liberal compared to Saudi women, but she would be a hard-on conservative compared to modern American women.
We love that.
Yeah, there would be no negotiation. She was like, yeah, I'm with one guy, I get married, I make babies, and I stay at home. That was her viewpoint. But before then, she could do what she wanted, but she wasn't sleeping around. No.
Wonderful. I tell brothers, when you want to marry a woman, make sure she's conservative. Don't marry a liberal woman. The women who have purple hair, green hair, tattoos, who talk about breaking the patriarchy, all that nonsense. Please keep away from her.
I can't stand her tattoos on a woman, man. I can't stand it.
I'm sick of tattoos. I want my woman clean, pristine, clean. Nothing on your body. Keep it clean. And guess what? You'll find that amongst conservative women who look after their bodies, who are more womanly, more feminine. International is where it is. Foreign woman is where it is. But speak more, Theo. You want to say more, isn't it? Come on, bro.
She was all natural. Nothing. Her hair was immaculate. Long. Oh my God. It was just like butter. It really was. I was heartbroken to leave Paris when I did.
So basically, Tony, you met her in Paris, right? The Syrian lady.
Yeah. We were in the Sorbonne together at the same class. We sat next to each other in class.
Sorbonne. What is Sorbonne?
That's the biggest college in France, man.
It's the number one university in France.
Yeah, and amongst the top one in the world. Yeah. You go to the Sorbonne, you pretty much fit.
Damn, Phil's a smart guy.
So when I was at the Sorbonne, there was another group of Americans. So usually the Americans all sat by themselves, and there was actually a group that was intermingled, and then there was a row, and across the row were the Americans, and I was the only American who intermingled with everybody else. I was like, hey, why should I be with other Americans? I can go home and do that. I could be with everybody else.
That's how it was.
Yeah. So I would just sit there, and then the way we started, I was always eyeing her. This is my little story. So I was sitting next to her. We were talking for a while, but the class was going, and then they started getting into foreign policy, and they're talking about the Iraq War, the first one. And during this time, I'm doing like a really hardcore, like really healthy, vivid imagination of her and me. Okay, someplace else. I'm not even in the class, and she's sitting there and talking about how Americans are evil and their foreign policy is evil, and that the missiles that are falling on Palestine are all American, right? And then how could America do this? And they're coming in and allowing people to die, and this is all because of American foreign policy. And she turned to me, and I was looking at her. This one moment, I'm sitting there. I'm like, damn American foreign policy! Oh, this woman is gorgeous. Like, why did you do this to me? Why? And so she turns to me and says, like, it's not you, Theo. No, you're different. And I was like, okay, I know how you think. But we had our first date after that, so it was good.
This is a great story, man. It's foreign women are the way. I'm telling you, brothers, man. Brothers need to leave American women in the dust. I'm not trying to be harsh here, but if you want to have a peaceful life, a life without any stress, if you want to look young like Tony Berry, who's almost 60 and looks like he's 35 or 30, you need to actually be with a foreign woman, because that's the only way now, brothers. I went out today. I just saw a whole bunch of Western women. Some were peeing on the floor. Some were drinking alcohol on the streets. Yeah, bro, this is very common when they get really drunk, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this is why I travel. You
They
know,
got
this
no
is why I travel.
respect. They
No
have no
respect.
respect, man. And that's what Theo was saying about his story too. Brothers, if you get your passport, you will have a lot of stories to tell of the many beautiful women that you meet from around the world.
Ugh.
There's nothing better than when you're laying on your deathbed, man. The last thing you want to be is like, oh man, I wish I'd have got a passport. No, you want to be like, I got a passport, I did this, saw that, and the other. That's
mean,
what you want to be.
It's like when
I-
I came back from the Sorbonne and from Paris, I remember the day, and I just looked around like my university. I hit my university the same day, and I was looking at the American women. And I was like, where am I? Like, who are you people? You're not
Yeah.
women. And I didn't even want to date any of them. And I'm with a bunch of like 20, 21-year-olds. They're all sexy, cutie girl. I'm like, your personality and who you are is nothing compared to what I just had the Sorbonne. Like, if
Dad.
I would go
Yeah.
back for the summer session, I would have nothing but hotties with me. Like, you're nothing. Bye.
Yeah, that's why I felt too, Theo, when I first came back to the States from Korea. I was like, oh my goodness, what is up with these girls here? You know, I was so turned off. And the thing I just told IP earlier in the stream, I hate the way American girls sound. I hate their accent.
I do too.
I hate the way they talk.
I hate
They
their
make me
accent.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah. It's their accent is really irritating.
It's
And
irritating as hell, man.
the way they speak, I'm just like, oh, you're not like a
Yeah.
woman. What's wrong with you?
No.
I think for me, it's all about the slangs. It's the masculine voice,
Yeah.
especially New York women. You know, they sound like men.
Yeah,
Like the
New
ones that
Yorkers
they know.
definitely sound like men.
And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
what man wants that? You know,
Yo,
What
you want to
man-
go out? You want to go out?
yeah, like wearing Jordans, wearing hooped earrings, wearing baggy sweats. I'm thinking, what's this nonsense? Why am I dealing with this? You know?
Yeah.
And what's happening in America is also happening in the UK too. You know, UK women, they love American culture. I'm thinking, nah, I don't want to date here anymore. I've got to find a way out of this. Theo, question for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said she was your first or second girlfriend. So have you
Second.
never dated an American woman?
I didn't date American women until I had returned back to America,
Damn.
and I was 37 years old.
So before that, you did not date any American woman. So you already knew that American woman was just horrible. Is that what you're saying, Tony? And that's
Yeah.
why you-
So after I lost my wife, I decided to give American women a chance and try it out, and I was like, oh, like this is gonna be great. I'm gonna have this good opportunity. Maybe I just I changed. Maybe the situation is better. I'm gonna go back to America and try it out. It was an absolute utter nightmare. It was one of the worst decisions I've made in my entire life. I had to have been utterly out of my mind at that time, because I was grieving pretty heavily. But if I hadn't been, there's no way I would have even considered dating an American woman. No. So I did, and now I have a good list of the worst dates in my entire life. Okay?
Same here, man.
And they're all American women. All of them.
Yup.
They're
Yep.
all, I mean, but nightmare stories. Like, why am I in this restaurant? Can I leave? I actually got up in the middle of my date one time with an American woman. I paid the bill, gave 20% tip, and walked right to the car. Didn't look back. I left them behind. I said,
Yep.
"This is it. I'm done." Like, there's just no way. I can't even conceive that with a foreign woman. Not once. It was like heaven. Like every
Yeah.
second was heaven.
They have no staying power. Like I was dating the sister man before I met my wife, and it's like, man, the first 2 weeks are always the greatest. But then after that, like they say, you're gonna do two things great. You're either gonna fight, you're gonna screw. That's it. They don't know how to do nothing else. And you're like, oh, the staying power is just not there. It's just not there. Bro.
No. When Sophia would talk, I was mesmerized. She was so intelligent, and it was like every word was valuable, and that the exchange between us, it wasn't just an exchange like a masculine, feminine energy, which was very strong with her, but it was ideas and culture and ways that I could improve myself, and she was learning off of me, and it was just like this never-ending like pipeline of mutual benefit just by talking.
Mm.
And I can't, like, we're not doing anything yet. I mean, I'm not making out with her yet. Like, that happens like later, but this is just like in the beginning, like the first week. And I'm just like, this is phenomenal. It's not like American women when I date here. It's not just that I regret the date. I regret that I can't remove my brain cells, which have the memory, and take them out so that I, like lobotomy, so that I never know that I did that in my entire life. That's
Hold
the
on, Theo.
difference between them.
Something real quick. Brothers, feel free to call in if you want to join this conversation. We got Zach Hayes and Bilari Kermo on the line. I'll bring them in later on. But in the meantime, brothers, call in if you want to ask Theo any questions regarding Saudi Arabia or speak on any other topic that's trending at the moment. Again, brothers, feel free to send more super chats if you are enjoying this content and to support this channel during this live stream. It is much appreciated. Yeah, 2 dislikes, probably weirdos, probably guys who don't have their passports, who are lames, who are dating Keisha from the block. F them. We don't care about them. Tony and Theo, right? In Japan, I've become obsessed with Japanese women and Japan based on the recent live streams that you brothers did, because I really feel like they are going to save brothers, because I'm reading the situation in Japan. The men aren't doing what they need to do. They're simping too much. There's a lot of animosity between Japanese men and Japanese women. Japanese women aren't getting their needs fulfilled, and this is simply a void that brothers can fill in. Is this our time, Tony and Theo, for brothers to actually just get dime Japanese women? Speak on that, brothers.
You can comment first.
It's always a good time to meet Japanese girls. I mean, here's the thing: we got a brother over there right now, and he converses with me every day, and he's going to go out with, like I said, with his Filipino girl that works at a bar. But when you're there, man, yeah, okay, do that because you're there for that particular reason. But you got to get the Japanese girls too, because they are just game. They're just waiting for brothers to come in and sweep them off their feet, literally. Because the guys are like the older guys are cool. The older guys are macho like us. But may not necessarily be like us, but they're more macho than these younger dudes. I don't know what's going on. Because when I was living in Japan, I'd be like, "You didn't talk to her?" I remember one time when I was here in the States, this my wife's childhood friend visited us. He was 19, 20-year-old Japanese dude. I tried to hook him up with this beautiful Mexican chick that just got off the boat that was up there in Seattle at the public market. He acted like he didn't want to talk to her. And I was like, are you serious? Yeah, so it's open season, man. It's open season.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. It's been that way for a while, but it's getting worse. So you have men who just aren't engaging. They're just letting them go. And I understand that because, I mean, I did monk mode like 8 years myself while I was improving myself, but I'm going back in. I think that was pretty obvious. It's like people have been telling me on live streams, yeah, Theo, you're going back in. There's no way you're going to stay out. So, like, okay, I understand. But the guys are not engaging there. It's not just that they're not improving themselves. They're in no situation to get married or even date, and they don't care. They're not asking for a date. And so you have, again, like I said, I think one of your live streams, you have 15% of men, Japanese men in their 40s who are virgins. That number alone, it's like open season. That's just like the numbers there. It's like, okay, yeah, go there. You're gonna get a date. The numbers are pro you.
You're gonna get raped in Japan. Yeah.
Keep it PG. Keep it PG.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please keep it very PG.
Yeah, I'll keep it PG. But as long as you're like, again, on your game, you got some Japanese, you can speak, you have a job, you have a card, and you are able to just present yourself and look her in the eye and say where you want to go. You have an idea. Let's do this. And then afterwards, maybe we can do something you want to do. Give me a little idea. Ask a little bit of input from her, but you have a plan of what you're going to do that night. She'll just be like all over you, man. It's like, it's not even hard. Like,
No.
like yeah, like you
Damn.
and me. I could just see you and me, and like she'd be on a Ibisu if like you were single. Oh my
Oh,
god,
oof.
it
We would,
it'd be
damn.
it'd be lethal. It'd be unfair.
Hold on, brothers. A couple super chats. Shout out to Neck of the Woods, updated $5
Make it
super chat.
woods.
Here's my donation. Thank you, bro, for the super chat. It's much
Thanks, brother.
appreciated. That's a very weird name, Neck of the Woods, but again,
That's
thanks
what
for
we
the
say
super
in the
chat.
Northwest, man. We up in the Pacific Northwest. We say the neck of the woods a lot. You know,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
American terminology. Apologies, brothers.
we got
Apologies.
trees everywhere. Yeah.
All right. So shout out to Conrad Grant for the $2 super chat. Tony IP, I want to give big shout out for this intel.
Thanks,
No
brother.
problem, brother. Again, shout out to Tony Berry for taking the time out to drop this crazy intel. This is just I'm so happy that we had this in live stream. Saudi Arabia will be on my list because I just want to see beautiful foreign women. And me being in the UK, I've seen a lot of gorgeous Saudi Arabian women, especially the ones that actually didn't wear any hijab, just wore white jeans, blue shirt, and they smell so good. But they're always around their mums or their dads, which is why I can't approach. I don't want any trouble. But
That's my weakness, man. White jeans are my weakness, man.
I'm telling
White
you, man.
jeans and a
Yeah,
woman.
yes. Or white jeans, blue shirt. And you
I'm
can see her
done.
ankles as well if she's wearing no socks. Oh, I love that.
Yep. And
No.
and no and in the back of the ankle, the Achilles is all shaved, nice and smooth. It ain't all roughed up. Yeah.
It's beautiful. No blisters, no busted up
Nope.
toes like we see on Western women.
Yeah, no
You know,
tattoos.
no tattoos, no butterfly tattoos, all that nonsense.
Coming up to you smell like hamburgers and whatnot. They smell like food. Like what?
It's just brothers. Let me tell you this right. Brothers are spending all their time watching Kevin Samuels, watching Fresh and Fit, and that's okay. Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit are showing you brothers the RP way, but brothers are not seeking the solution. I'm seeing brothers who are just angry regarding women, regarding Western women, but they're not seeking the solution. And guess what? I am the solution. The channel here has many countries that tells you how it goes over there: Portugal, Spain, Germany, Czech Republic, Japan, Saudi Arabia. And brothers are not seeking that intel. Do you want to be angry your whole life, or do you actually want to live a life where you're around feminine women? You want to say something, Bilari?
You just reminded me of there was a brother. I don't remember whether it was in New York. He was an American brother. He posted a picture on Instagram. His queen, she was a Lebanese chick, shaped like a black woman. Of course, they went crazy. They went after this brother. I'll try and dig it up and send it to you because he's happy. He's the woman. She if she was the regular American woman, she'd be an IG model. But how dare this square have a woman like that and call her a queen, as if that is genetically coded name for only them. I don't know.
Let me
They
tell
want
you
you
this,
to rub
right?
their back.
Yeah, they don't want. Let me tell you how America and UK are broken down, especially amongst black men. There's two types of black men. There's a black man who's the typical weed smoking, wannabe rapper, wears his
Pookie.
trousers below his boxers, the Pookie and the Ray Ray. And then there's the educated black men like Tony Berry and Theo WAF who are doing good in their careers, who are intelligent. But the way it works is the women try and demean that kind of black man. I've seen it myself personally, right? If you're not the type of black dude they want, they demean you. They don't want you to be happy. They want you to contribute to the simp culture. What is the simp culture? So when she's done smashing all the Pookie and Ray Rays in the community, and they don't wipe her up, they don't put a finger on her ring, they come to people like Tony Berry and WAF, right? Can you wife me up? Can you wife me up? So when they do, if they do wife her up, she'll be back in the streets again, sleeping around. That is a simp culture. But men are breaking away from that. They're now considering Japanese women, Czech Republic women, Brazilian women, Colombian women, and women in our community hate that because we don't contribute to the simp culture no more. Brothers, please get your passports.
Brothers, you should be interviewing these women when you're looking for, like, you go out, you date them all. But when you finally want to settle with a woman, you should literally have interviews set up. There's nothing wrong with that. You should. You should. If I could do it
That's
all
the
over
whole
again,
point of courting, anyway.
yeah, I'd have 15 women outside. Okay, you next, and you go next. And I'm asking them all kinds of. That's how it's got to be. Because in the West, and Theo and those guys, Theo hasn't had experience. Fortunately, he never will, and I never had. But a lot of brothers are getting taken. They getting taken by these ex-wives, man. They paying like maintenance fees for a certain amount of years, child support, and you seen the one with the $200,000 a month. You got to be mad. Got to be mad, man.
That guy
Dimitri,
deserves it.
hold on, Blurry. Sorry, Dimitri for the. I'm not gonna post a super chat on the screen because, again, on my channel we don't make false accusations, and I don't want to start any trouble with any other channels, right? Dimitri, I can read what you're saying. Please let's not say things like that about other people. Please, if that's your problem with him, post on his channel. Thanks for the super chat, Dimitri, but I'm not gonna say your comment on the live stream channel because I think it's really inappropriate. I just it's nonsense, bro. Please don't post that again because we don't. There's no proof of that, and just don't do that, bro. Please, anyone watching this live stream, don't make false accusations. Don't even speak about other people, please, brothers. It's just not worth it. Dimitri, if you comment on that one more time, I will put you on timeout. Okay, let's not go that route. Keep it positive. Keep it about us and our empowerment and improvement, and that's it, bro. Carry on, Theo. You were saying something about Okay, let me come in. Right, you are absolutely right. You want to date me? Let me interview you. These are my criteria. This is my program. But I can't imagine doing that in the West because, again, the whole dynamic is flipped over. Women are the one doing the interviewing. You see a lot of men simping. They're buying her bath water. Dimitri, you're going on timeout. Forget this, man. So they're buying her bath water. They're doing all sorts of simping for her, and she's controlling the dating. But abroad, it's different. That's what I want to see, bro. I want to see more brothers being, masculine, taking control. Speak on that,
Yeah,
brothers.
you know what you got to do, and this is what I do now, brothers. And not the more educated I get, I walk past women, man. I don't even look at them. They don't even look attractive. I don't even look at. And you know what? It freaks them out. I was in Home Depot the other day, getting a little shopping for little tools. This woman was moving the cart around. Man, I walked past her. I didn't look at her. I didn't give her any love. And you know what they do? They respect you more because they're like, oh man, this dude must be a high value man. I am a high value male. And guess what? You ain't even worth me looking at you. That's how you gotta do these women, man. Don't even look. The sisters too. This black woman the other day, she looking up, and we was in a restaurant. I'm with my wife. My wife pregnant, belly coming out, almost 8 months pregnant. I'm with my son. I walk back to my seat. She's sitting there. I didn't even pay her no mind, man. Didn't give her the time of day. That's how you gotta do them. Don't even look at them.
Don't even
Don't
look
even
at
look
him.
I
Don't
think,
even look at him.
sorry, can I add something?
Hold on, bro. Before
Yes.
you do that, I got a super chat. Shout out to Suo1987 for the $5 super chat. He says, "Good vibes and positive energy only." Yes, indeed, bro. Only on my channel. Once again, thank you, bro. Carry on, Balari.
Yeah, so like I think it was one of the other brothers in the SYSBM brothers. He shared
We can't
some.
hear you too clearly, brother. Can you
Sorry,
please
can you
speak
hear
up?
me now?
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
you.
much better.
Yeah. So like one of the SYSBM brothers shared a video, like something that is gonna start happening more and more now. If you're going with your woman, expect the Keishas to try and pick fights and literally attack because it has happened. A brother was going with his woman, you know, she just starts trouble, because if you notice recently, they literally have lost their minds,
Yes.
because among the things that's driving them crazy is not the brothers that are, trying to like show off, is the apathy. Literally now, the brothers don't even see them. So that's what's driving them crazy, and they're doing all types of outlandish things, and some are actually becoming violent.
Yeah.
Like
And
So
that's
he
why,
was
Lizzo.
saying he was in the gas station shopping with his woman. Then one comes like trying to like start trouble. You just ignore her. So I think,
yeah.
especially those that have families, wife and kids, be extra vigilant.
Yeah,
No,
that's
but
Don't
why.
even
I
shop where they congregate. To be honest.
I agree with Bilal. You know why? Because what you gotta do, brothers, when you run into a woman like that, just ignore them. They can't put their hands on you. They can't make you do what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Just don't get in an argument with them. They're nothing. They're nothing but a speck of sand. They are nothing to you. Absolutely nothing.
Oh,
Ooh.
brothers, wait, can I add in something, please?
Go on. Yeah.
Well, it's a good day, a really good day. Theo, brother Theo, when you that video when you mentioned about women being evicted, that's winter coming, and also there's been a recent announcement. OnlyFans is in trouble because
Yep.
they're gonna stop allowing
Theo.
women to. They're gonna stop allowing women to post adult content. So that
Yep.
means winter's coming fast for them.
Yep.
And
Yep.
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 oh man, I can't.
Yep.
I can't
And,
wait. I can't wait
I'm
to
happy
jump in there.
and
because again, oh, go on, Theo. You add on. Go on.
also, unemployment benefits will not be extended past September 6th.
What?
Yep. So the COVID based ones, it ends September 6th. So basically, October 15th, any woman who did OnlyFans will receive her final payment, and she'll have no employment. And then, so various eviction memorandum have ended,
Moratorium.
but you said it better than me. That some of them have been extended, but they all end the first week of October in the entire country.
Oh my.
Oh no! Winter is
Yeah.
here.
Winter
here.
is here, and I have no mercy for them. Not only that,
None.
I'm not even
None.
going to look at them. Like,
Nope.
I've told other people what I'm going to do is when they're like, underneath a bridge, I'm going to get a hamburger and sit there and eat it with my dog, and then I'll give it part of it to my dog.
Yeah. Okay. Let's not go to let's not go too in depth in that. But Kevin Samuels, he's right. And we've been saying it for a long time. OnlyFans is nonsense. Go to school, become a
Nonsense.
professional.
Yep.
It's just nonsense, And then
Yep.
the worst thing is they were saying how we're better than men now. We make 100K a month. Guess what? They're blowing that 100K on nonsense. They didn't invest it, and now look what's happened.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy how the world works.
They got a thing up here on OnlyFans. They got their cemetery. They got a headstone of them now. OnlyFans is done.
Tombstone.
I'm like, yes. It's like I just found it. I never heard of them before, but it's like, yeah, that's what they are, man. This is them right there. OnlyFans are dead.
This is a glorious day for all brothers, fam. Glorious.
Yes.
Yeah.
I never heard of them. I might have to check them out. I never heard of them, but I tell you, it is a glorious day for brothers, and that's the thing. I mean, when I was a kid, you brothers probably have the same experience. When I was younger, black women would just give me no play. They call me black and ugly.
BW. Keep it coded. BW. Say BW instead.
Oh, you got you, BW. So they would just like not give me no love, nothing, man. They'd be like, "Yeah, you're just black and ugly. I don't want to talk to you." They nose up there. All right, fine. But yet I get to come home to my comfortable house and I ain't gotta think about it. See?
It's not even hold on, brother. Hold on. It's not even a race thing, right? It's just the fact that it's a Western thing. Like,
Yes.
it's just the Western mentality of women across all races. It's not even a black thing and white thing. It's across all races where they adopt this Western mentality of hedonism, of stoicism, of just being a fox, being a whole, and all that nonsense. It's just ridiculous. So carry on, Thomas. Yeah, bro.
IP fam. Look what and this is the work of modern feminism. It's polluted their minds, and the fact that they can't see how wrong feminism is, let them be polluted with feminism, because here's the thing with us brothers here. We're gonna come back to the West and display all our foreign wives. That will get them all hyped up and angry.
Brother, I ain't bringing my foreign wife.
No,
West, man.
brother, no. Not to live there, fam. Not to live there. Just travel. Come.
Yep.
You live in Japan, yeah, but come to UK, yeah, like for like a week, yeah. just to showcase. Yeah, this is my wife. This is my
I do it
wife.
every day. I do it every day in the States, brother. Every day in the States.
I
The
did
younger
that.
brothers, not rush in blindly, because now a lot of brothers that have never seen femininity, will get deceived by the fake ones that many of the new hobos, they'll be practicing now. So you just need to be cautious.
There's gonna be a lot of fake feminine women in the
Yeah,
West. Brothers need to be careful, man. No, wolf in
even if you're
sheep
gonna
clothing.
date, just wait till next year,
Yep.
Yes.
till after winter.
Wait,
Whoever
Yeah.
wait, wait,
survives
wait.
and is still claiming femininity, okay.
Hold up, brothers. So I see. So Aaron B and Tony Theo WAF are mods on Fresh and Fit. How did you become a mod on Fresh and Fit, Theo? How did you get chosen, Theo, to become a mod on Fresh and Fit?
You really want to know?
Yes,
I
I
never been there.
I donated about $5,000.
$5,000. What, in one go?
Whoa.
Not in
What?
one go, but over a period of time. So they knew me from another site, and they're like, "This guy's reliable." I'm a part of their Patreon as well. So then one day I just became a mod. I mean, I didn't even ask for it. I was like, "You're a mod."
That's
Wow.
what's up, Theo. I know it's sad. What's basically right. I'm not. Let me speak on the Fresh and Fit situation, brothers, because me, if I'm being honest with you, I didn't like the way Ibram Preach just went at them, because let me tell you why, right? I'm all for, constructive criticism, right? So the video they posted up about Fresh and Fit saying he doesn't want her pee, but he wants her soul, that was hilarious. But I feel
Wow.
like they should have addressed that on the day of the live stream or even a week after. If you're doing it 4 months after, that's a bit suspicious to me because I'm thinking, you were on their show, you may not have addressed it right then and there, but you could have made a video 2 weeks after. Why are you doing it 4 months after? Now that's my big problem there. I didn't really like the way they did that. And I do admit that maybe Fresh and Fit shouldn't have went at the guy's wife, and challenged into a boxing match. But let's be real here. If we, let's be what's it called, fair. Abin Preach should have addressed that issue a long time ago. Why are you doing it 4 months after? I know Theo, speaking of that, it looks like you want to say something about that, bro.
Um. Okay, so given that I'm with their Patreon, and I actually talked to Myron directly, I know how I'm supposed to answer this, and basically it's, if Abba and Preach want to solve this issue, they need to pick up the phone and go talk to Fresh and Fit and handle it like men,
Yeah.
and they are not to be doing this crap in the manosphere.
Yeah.
And if you see me, if you like after this, if you go to Fresh and Fit, you'll probably see me modding because I'll be destroying these trolls coming in. Like Aaron has definitely seen me do it. I see Aaron doing stuff. We sit there and we're just like we're controlling the conversation. This stuff is not what we us other men. We are not the enemy with each other. It's the feminists. They're
Yeah.
the ones who are going to cause us the big problem. If we fight against each other, it does no good.
Correct.
So these guys just need to get into a room. I don't know, drink something, have a blunt, call it a day. If they're in the UK, have a few pints, get some fish and chips,
Yep.
watch Arsenal.
Go to the bridge,
like,
go to Chelsea. Yep.
yeah, like just call it off. I mean, for
Yeah,
heaven's
call it
sake.
off, man. Because hold on, Theo. Shout out to the super chat from Sean Camp, $10.
Sean
Thank you
Camp,
very
what up?
much,
What
Sean
up,
Camp.
Sean?
Much appreciated for your super chat. Because yeah, I feel like it's pointless. Because honestly, right, if I'm being fair, Abba and Preach should not have went at them randomly. They could have called them on the phone and said, "Okay, I remember us doing an interview with you 4 months ago. I didn't like what you said here," and then just addressed it personally. Why would you put out a video doing all that nonsense? I didn't like that. So I thought I was a bit shady because you did a video with them 4 months ago. You had a problem with it. You could have addressed it right then or there, or shortly afterwards. But to do it 4 months afterwards and through your YouTube channel where you have over 1 million subscribers and not call them personally if you have their number, You know, if I have someone's number personally, I'd call them up or text them. I don't like what you did here, and end it there. But to do
Out
it
of courtesy.
publicly, that's a bit of a that's a bit shady in my opinion.
I haven't
I don't
seen it. I
know.
gotta check on this.
I don't know
haven't
if
seen
I don't know if people in the panel, Zach, Thomas, Bilari, do you agree with me or disagree? Am I wrong here or
Definitely,
right?
I agree with you because if okay, simple. These guys invite you to their show. They were cool with you. If you're gonna do a video about them, yo, bro, this is like I'm gonna do a reaction. Have a look at it. What do you think? No, you misquoted me here. You didn't understand me. Okay, let me redo it. Are we cool? Okay, fine. I don't agree with you on this, but you know how reactions are. Okay, yeah, cool. Out of courtesy, they should have done something like that. Not just randomly drop a video when some skank was busy trying to lie and chase for clout. Immediately in that dust storm, you drop this bomb. And now the feminists and idiots, that are always circling around us, I keep trying to find the flames because for them it's black men going against each other. you
Yeah.
know
it. And
Yeah,
that should never happen, man. Should never happen.
yeah, it shouldn't.
mm,
And
I
that's what I'm
feel.
saying.
Yeah.
Those are simps that's out there. See, when men make simp decisions, they make bad decisions. That's what
Mm.
this is proven fact.
Mm,
And the other point that
Cannot
we have on here is that what if the men stop focusing on improving their game and improving themselves, and they only go against like tearing down each other, like what we're seeing with these two camps, nobody wins. And
Yeah.
then women go around saying we can't find any good men, and look at these idiots over here. That's not good for us. So it's basically, hey, you got an issue? Okay, meet here, go to the back, we'll solve it like men, we'll have a beer afterwards, call it a day. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I have a point here, but I'll let Thomas say his point. He wants to say something.
Right, can you guys hear me? Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
loud and
got
clear,
you,
bro.
fam.
Yeah, I've
Got
just
you.
been having technical issues. Yeah, I feel like this shouldn't be happening at all. This is just a distraction
Mhm.
because
Mm-hmm.
Fresh and Fit and I've been preach. They should have dealt with this privately, not showcase this drama publicly, because it's no different than how like other YouTubers like KSI and Logan Paul have been causing drama, and then he brought in Deji, his brother. I'm like, this is all unnecessary drama, and this will only be exploited by the feminists saying, oh, look at
Mm-hmm.
this toxic masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very
This
true,
should this should
Thomas.
this should have never happened,
It shouldn't
because
have.
Theo, I have a
if this is the
suggestion.
manosphere, sorry, hold on. If this is the manosphere, we're all one community. There shouldn't be any division. We're all striving for the same goal. Us to be high value and date foreign women. That's it.
Yeah.
And personally, I'll tell you this, right? I think there's something shady going on behind the scenes. I just thought like it was just too planned because Iber and Preach they've got like 5 videos on this topic. They keep going on. You know, they brought out of nowhere 4 months afterwards over something that you could have called him over. If it was something else like a bit more crazy, then maybe okay. But all Fresh Prince CEO said doesn't want to pay for sex. He'd rather get it naturally. And what's wrong with that? And
Yeah.
Iber and Preach are saying that it's okay to pay for it. Let me tell you this right now, brothers. On my channel, I will never advocate paying for something that's free. That's
Yeah.
just nonsense. If it's free, why on earth would you pay for it? So Fresh Prince CEO said, I ain't gonna pay for it. And I agree with him. And Iber and Preach are saying Kevin Samuels has paid for it. All high value men have paid for it. CEOs. I'm thinking, what do they have to do with the topic at hand? He's just saying he won't pay for it, and you're bringing in Kevin Samuels that he's paid for it. So it's just nonsense, in my opinion.
It's lack of nuance, if I may add something.
You
Okay,
see,
now
let
for
me tell you
instance,
this, right? It's so bad in the West that basically a lot of men are just not getting it, and Iber and Preacher are telling you, go and pay for it instead of actually getting your passport. If you had your passport, I'm telling you, you would not be paying for it.
No.
If
No.
let me tell you this right now, if brothers, especially black men, If they knew how much German women love them in Germany, they would not be paying for nothing. I've got a brother right there in Germany right now. He's telling me that fresh off the boat black men, right, the ones who come from Mali, Senegal, Africa, they are chilling with dimes. They're holding hands with dime German women.
Yep.
So if they can get women, right,
Mhm.
men who can barely speak English, of course, black American men are going to do well in Germany. But again, brothers don't know that.
I
Brothers are
P
not told that. Go on, Thomas.
I P can I
You keep cutting off.
can't say. Wait, can you hear me now? Hear me now?
No, yeah, loud and
Can you
clear,
guys hear
brother.
me? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we
You
got
just
you.
can't save. You just can't save every brother. There's some brothers, yeah. I remember, yeah. There's one story. There's one situation I had with one of my cousins and his friends, and
Mhm.
my cousin was dating this beautiful Asian chick. Yeah, she was from Hong Kong, but
Mhm.
and one of his friends were like, "What am I gonna travel for?" And I understand, like, bro, traveling is good because it allows you to connect with different cultures. And so this
Mhm.
brother, yeah, he was so ignorant. So, bro, I'm not gonna settle for. He was kind of racist, to be honest, to this Asian chick.
Man.
He was kind of racist. I'm not gonna lie. So I told my cousin, I'm like, bro, look at this guy saying about your girl. So
Mhm.
my cousin, yeah, fought him. And I'm like, bro, this just showcases, yes, that some brothers, they rather I think they rather keep themselves in the matrix. They want to be in the matrix.
It's all they know. They're like creatures of the dark, so they're afraid of the light.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah, that's
Like, bro,
facts.
like he said, yeah, he literally said to me,
see, that's what I
like
like about
for
Saudi Arabia.
a key shop, then a foreign chick.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Before I address that, sorry, Thomas. Frank Harris, I agree with you, brother. Dissing someone's wife and their country is definitely not cool. And I agree with you, bro. I don't think Fresh should have. I don't think Myron should have done that. Myron should not have mentioned his wife or his country. Should have
Mhm.
kept on the topic. If I was Myron, I would have told him, bro, do you understand what you're saying here? I've been preach. Paying for something that's free is just not reasonable.
Mhm.
And if Myron was, all the way out the matrix, he would have told Ivan Preach that getting your passport,
Mhm.
you can get women abroad easily. So I
Yep.
don't think I agree with you, Frank Harris. He should not have brought his wife and his country to the discussion. Also, Kofi Gray says, in my opinion, I think Fresh and Fit shouldn't have insulted Ivan Preach. I agree. They should have kept on topic, and that's
Mhm.
it, instead of going at his wife and things. So both sides are wrong, in my opinion. But I feel like Ivan Preach,
Mhm.
they shouldn't have done what they did in the first place. If you have someone's personal phone number, call them up and tell them, hey, the interview we did 4 months ago, I don't agree with that. Can we settle that forward? It's all clout chasing, in my opinion, because
Yep.
that's how I feel. Um,
And there's
I don't
one
know
thing.
what's. Yeah, carry on, Balari.
Sorry.
We
You
can't
can't,
hear. We
for
can't hear,
example.
brother. We can't
Yeah.
hear you
Can you hear me
properly.
now?
Loud and clear. Yes.
Yeah. So you can't step on someone's toes and dictate how they react. You know. So who threw the first punch? It's not everybody that's going to turn the other cheek. You know.
Mhm.
So yeah. The response wasn't how you say what we will all expect, but everybody has how they take things because it sounds like a low blow. I trusted these guys. I'm cool with them. How could you do me like that? You
Mm.
Mhm.
know. So if I could talk to the Myron, I'll say, you know what, set up the goddamn boxing match, pay per view. Since people like carnage, let them pay for it, and whatever money is raised, let black boys and black men that are vulnerable get that money. You
Yep.
know,
Yeah.
so at least all the haters are going to pay to watch it, and black men that need the help will get it.
Yeah.
You know,
I
No.
agree,
even
man.
if it means they will throw the match and at the end bury the damn hatchet and
I
delete the
agree.
damn videos.
Do you know what?
No.
Fresh Prince CEO, sorry, Tony. Fresh Prince CEO, he's a funny guy, man. He's like, yeah, I
Mhm.
want to box him. I've been in the gym. I'm feeling nice right now. I was cracking up. Hey, carry on. He's a funny guy. I love to speak to him, Fresh Prince CEO. He's really funny. Carry on, Tony Bear.
No, no, I was just going to say, see, and that's why brothers always have to have standards. That's why when you're a high value male, it takes work and it
Yeah.
takes discipline and it takes standards. I mean, when I go out of my house and I see another brother, I speak to the brother with respect. I respect that brother. You know, that's the first impression there. I'm giving respect. He's representing himself. He's representing another family. He's representing his country. He's representing whatever his cause, his purpose is. And the woman that he's with should be on this purpose, of course. But that's what we have to do. We have to rise above the standards. In the West, and I know this because I know a lot of history, and my second great granddaddy, world escaped slave, world civil war, escaped slave, he fought and killed these rebels. I tell you, in the West, brothers have been inundated with this mess that the West has put on us. This is unnatural for brothers. Living in the West is unnatural for us. We are higher than that. We are better than that. So we have to maintain our standards. We have to raise our standards because we have codes that we have to live by. And when you break those codes, that's what's going to happen. People get killed. People get hurt.
Yeah,
Tony,
absolutely.
sorry,
go on, Thomas.
Ping
Yeah,
pong.
Tony, I have to say, but some brothers, yeah, after the conditioning that the West has given to them, I think they just want to accept it. Brothers like us, yeah, we're educated. We've broken through the social engineering that the West has done. But some brothers are just too ignorant and they can't be saved.
No, that is so true. That's true.
Like literally, I have mates that I broke off all because of some chick. I remember one time I was at work. I was working for one company called Delaware North Companies. So it was a hospitality organization. So I worked as a cashier at Arsenal Stadium, and I know when I finished my shift, I saw a couple of my mates here fighting over one girl, one Keisha, who was like a four in the face. And I'm like, whoa, why are you guys fighting? I was like, bro, he sat with my girl. I'm like, bro, your girl's clapped, man. Like, bro,
Yeah.
chill. And they're like, well, they're just fighting over what? Oh, man, they fight over women who don't want them.
Let me address this comment by Suo987. IP, the issue is ABBA confronted Fit on their show about being blue pill and beta, and when ABBA confronted Fit, he backtracked. That's how it started. Yeah, on the show, right? Which is fine on the show, but why are ABBA and Preach going back to this issue again 4 months later? Why not address it on the show itself at that point in time, or even shortly afterwards, instead of doing a whole YouTube video about it? Even call them up directly. It's a bit weird because I don't know. I wouldn't do that personally. If I had someone's phone number, I would call them up and tell them there's a problem here, and then get it sorted. Kofi Gray says, IP, to be honest, ABBA is not a simp, and he said he doesn't pay for box, but rather doesn't want people to believe high value men don't pay. All in all, no man should be paying for something that's free. Simple as that. No man. If you can't get it in the West, just travel.
If anything, the women should be paying us. They should be paying us to even have the right for us to interview them as a wife. They should pay us. When they line up to talk, they should be writing the check.
Unfortunately, sorry, can I jump in?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's something that I notice. A lot of these younger cats, they intentionally try to be ignorant. There is no such thing as absolute extremes. There's going to always be gray areas. And okay, for instance, now, like I made an example in the group, you find, for example, let's say some foreign dignitaries coming into the town. When the hell do they have time to do something? But stuff will be arranged and organized for them. So this is an option that some group of people have. They don't always have to exercise it, and it's situational also. But many of these guys, they like to take anything anybody says to the extreme and trying to pit brothers against each other. Unfortunately, many of the brothers, they think like the women that literally, the toxic women around them is in their heads. As men, you can understand nuances. If somebody says, for example, oh, I don't approach women on the street, it doesn't mean he won't always do it. There's always time and place, and there's always going to be exceptions. But they always, love stirring up drama.
Brother, do you know why this is happening? Because of things like feminism and the Me Too movement. It's men now have become so feminized. They become simps and beta males, and they don't want to approach women because you see back in the day, it was normal for us to approach women, but now because of feminism, Me Too, this and that, and it was like, sexual harassment. Oh, because
Yeah.
the spouses, the
You just
spouses of
say that,
modern,
I
actually,
mean,
sorry, Thomas, can I
so
jump in again?
the spouses of modern Western women are the government. The government will take care of them. If we're in
Yep.
trouble, fam, we have to pay a £1,000 or $15,000, and we'll be imprisoned. We have our character assassinated. So there's no point. Like, brothers, just travel. Leave
All you need,
modern
brother,
Western women alone.
these guys,
Leave
for
them.
example, that don't want to approach women in the West, give them a passport, throw them somewhere in Europe. For example, like over a decade ago when I got to Hungary, I'm walking down the street. It's like even creepy. People be asking you to take a picture. There was a time I was going around with a bunch of students, so like giving them a tour of the town and stuff like that. Somebody
Mhm.
touched my afro. I just turned. A man was dragging his wife away. She couldn't resist. She had to touch my hair. I used to think that brothers in America was like sometime full of it when they say these damn people are always touching afro. It happened to
No.
me and I was shocked. Women
Yep.
will literally come up to you and ask you out. You know there was a
Yeah.
time in Budapest, I was on the tram. Some
Wow.
women were standing behind me, so they were gossiping in Hungarian. I knew what they were saying. Oh, he smells like cocoa. They were like sniffing me, thinking I didn't know, but thinking they're being slick about it. There are many people out there that are just curious. They actually saw you for the first time, and it shocks them when they see a brother looking, the whole, like Theo would say, the British look, the Idris Alba look.
Yep.
That's literally sets you apart. You're different from the
yeah,
Afro Pookies. That's the illegal immigrant hustler dudes peddling. The
yeah,
the street pharmacist. So they'll be thinking, well, are you an expat? Do you work at the embassy? They won't know where to place you.
yeah.
You know,
Hold on,
and there's
brother.
nothing. Sorry.
Let me read out a super chat by Frank Harris, $20. The stream is fire. Thank you very much for the super chat, Frank Harris. Yes,
Harris.
indeed, this is a fire stream. Once again, bro, thank you for the super chat. It's much appreciated. Sorry, bro. Let me see. Carry on, Valari.
Yeah. So there was a time, I think I was in like fifth year of medical school that time. So one of my Hungarian classmates, he finished like a year before me. So I went in to like get my ear checked. Him and the nurses were thanking me. I was thinking, what the hell for? It was just the way I was dressed, because I wasn't dressed like a hobo, like especially like some of the Scandinavians and some of the younger guys thinking that they have to give that hip hop look. I was like wearing the the proper way. I think I might share a few pictures on the group. You know, if you're a black guy, you have some sense, you dress well. People will come up to you to try and ask you stuff and try and get you to come join them and stuff like that. The world is open. The West, honestly, is intentionally keeping brothers there because they know once you get a sniff of what's out there, there will be an exodus.
Yep. You're gone.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be instantaneously. I mean, like once. I mean, I know several other brothers who actually been abroad. Like they were traveling with me, or I studied with them when I was over there. They have never dated an American woman again. It's just impossible. And for the most part, we just ignore them. I mean, I'm here in Austin, Texas. There are rather attractive women around, but they have the personality remains. It doesn't go away. And so I ride my bike. I won't even look at them. I'm just like, yeah, I know. You have decent curves. You've got the yoga stuff going on. I don't want to be near you. I'm not going to stop my
No.
bike and keep on going right past. And people ask, why don't you even try? Like, do you need help? And I'm like, no, I need to get to the airport. My passport's ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And to be honest, if they date a Japanese woman, I think they're gone because I had some Japanese, schoolmates. You're talking to them, you can see they're girly, they're giggling. They kind of helped me pick up some Japanese, and thanks to anime too, at least I speak better than the average person. Not as well as you guys, but at least I'm trying. So
Yeah.
hopefully, maybe by next year or so, I might find myself there also.
Man, I know brothers can't wait for the COVID to be over so they can get.
Hold on,
I
brother.
see. Yeah.
So we have a troll here. We probably have a Pookie and a Ray Ray here called Andrew Harris saying, you guys are traveling and pulling twos and threes and feel proud.
No, IP, let me deal with this guy. IP, let me deal with this guy. I
Hold on.
feel this guy.
Andrew Harris, call in. I'm not gonna block you yet, Andrew Harris. I want you to call in and state your nonsense to everyone
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
Oh
fam.
no.
and let's have a normal debate, because
Yeah,
a lot
fam.
of you trolls.
Call in,
Hold
fam.
up, brothers. Hold up. So Andrew Harris, a lot of you trolls love talking on live stream chats and comments, talking this jazz. How about you call in? Right, if you're a real man, if you're an alpha male,
Just a
whatever,
threes.
call in, brother, and let's debate
Oh
this.
no.
If you don't call in within, if you don't, you know what? I'll give you 5 minutes.
Call
5
in,
minutes.
fam.
If you
Call
don't
in
call
if
in,
you're bad.
Come on, fam. Get on
I
in,
will.
fam.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna block you
god!
permanently. So
Twos
call
and
in,
threes.
Andrew Harris. Call in. In the meantime, brothers, get the likes up. Okay.
Oh,
If you're new to the stream, hit the like button. Andrew Harris, call in. I won't
No,
block you yet.
I P fam. I want this guy. I want to give this guy a piece of my mind. Oh man.
Andrew,
dude.
call in,
When
bro.
I brought my
Aaron.
Japanese wife over to America, people were stunned. They were just looking at her. They're like,
Yep.
"Wow!" They're like, "I can't
You
believe
get
you're
more
dating
hate
her."
from the
Yeah,
white
same
guys.
here. They're like, whoa. See?
Yeah,
And Theo, I'm sure you got more hate from the white guys, right?
I got hate from everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah, everybody's jealous.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Let me
jealous, brother.
tell you this, Larry.
Everybody's
Right?
jealous.
Everyone thinks that brothers cannot get top-notch women. You know, they
Yes.
expect us to be with the low trash woman, the fat woman, but reality doesn't show that. The reality shows you that all around the world, brothers are getting chosen on heavily. And
Yep.
Actually,
when they
I
see,
think
hold
it's
up,
the
bro,
opposite.
hold up. And when they see an intelligent brother with a good-looking woman, it
Yep.
breaks the whole reality and their perception over. Andrew Harris, you better call in, bro. I'm gonna block you permanently. Call in, bro. If you're a real man, you better call in and speak your opinion. Don't run away, bro. I don't see you.
Don't run
Call in,
away,
Andrew
brother.
Harris. Don't run away.
Simping ain't easy.
Bro, this
I
Carry
guy's
on,
think,
Bilal.
yeah, there's something I think it was Lyndon B. Johnson said about, if you can convince the lowest, or, white guy that he's better than a black man, he will let you literally open his pockets for you to rob him. Deep down inside, they know what we're capable of. They just don't want
Yes.
us to know that,
No.
you know? So that's why they will keep telling us that, and trying to make sure we only keep harpooning land whales and nothing
Yep.
decent. Because if they allow you to come anywhere and they see you're just standing in the corner, nothing scares people like seeing a brother that's calm, cool, and collected. You're
Yeah.
looking
Bro.
sharp. You're not making noise, no fuss, and nobody
Yep.
can like literally rile you up.
Yeah, that's what they
Nobody
do in the
knows what you're
States.
thinking. It drives people crazy.
They
That's
do that in the
because-
States all the time because white people they come up to you and they try to get you to smile, they try to get you to do something so they can try to take you over. They're always looking for a weak spot. I don't play the games, man. I just walk right by them.
Yeah.
See ya.
Brothers, that's because black men were seen as a threat. They don't
Yep.
want
Yeah.
they don't want us to conquer.
No,
Because when we start conquering, bruv, there's no stopping us.
no.
Because unfortunately, it might be maybe a naivety on our part because we don't see anybody as a challenge or a threat apart from each other. That's just the
Yeah.
thing. We walk anywhere as a brother. You walk anywhere, you literally see the other guys like boys. If you see another brother, okay, here's another one. He's the only one that might be capable of what you're capable.
That is true. That's true. We're like brothers are like tigers, man. We're patient, we wait, but when you get in our way, we strike and it's quick. And trust me, the tiger always wins.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
just remember the little incident that happened when I was in Hungary. I went to one of my homeboy's place because we were studying for like one of our finals. I was walking up the flight of stairs. Some granny was just, her daughter came to visit, with the granddaughter, like 3 years old. She sees me and like saying in Hungarian, "Oh, look, here's a brown uncle." Both the mother and the grandmother were saying, "It's not your uncle." I ignored them as if I didn't understand what they said. Next week, I came back again. Granny now locked herself outside. She was gossiping with the neighbor. She saw me. She just grabbed my hand to like help her out. So in my head, I'm thinking, oh, so now I'm of use. I'm supposed to put on my cape. I wanted to cuss her out, but then I thought, senile old woman. I just helped her out. Anywhere you
Yeah.
are as a brother, the moment trouble strikes, turn around, everybody.
Whoa. Why am I hearing feedback? Who's that? I just heard some. Yeah, I think it's you, Bilari. You're probably
Sorry,
too
it's
close.
just the mic that I was that moved a little bit. So
Hey,
like I was saying,
Andrew, hold on. I heard you, brother. Andrew Harris. You got 2 more minutes to call in. If not, I'm gonna permanently block you. I'm giving you a chance, Andrew Harris, because you're talking all that jazz on live stream chat. I invite you for. I'm gonna have to put you on mute, Bilari. I invite you to debate your point. you're running away, you know, and what? Who is that? Put yourself on mute, Thomas. Call in Andrew Harris. I'm being serious, bro. Don't just throw rocks and hide your hands. You know, when you make that accusation like that, when you haven't traveled yourself, when you haven't seen the woman that I deal with, or who Theo or Tony Berry deals with, or Thomas, you can't make that accusation. So call in Andrew Harris. You have literally 1 minute 35 seconds left, or you're getting permanently blocked. I'm not even
Permanently
kidding
blocked.
anymore.
And
Because
and
a
then
lot of
when-
you trolls, you want to call in, you want to start nonsense, and again, not on my channel. So I'm giving you that chance. I'm giving you a platform. Call in, say what's on your mind, and we have a normal discourse. In the
Yep.
meantime, brothers, get the likes up. Get the likes up, brothers. Oh, sugar. Get the likes up, brother. It's a classic live stream so far. I'll go on for another 20 minutes, even though it's almost 5 a.m. in the UK.
Whoa.
I'm loving this live stream.
Whoa.
It's
Well,
crazy.
I think.
Yeah, go on.
I was saying, so for these kinds of trolls, so if brothers are going there to chase the twos, aren't they shouldn't they be happy? They have all these so-called dimes for themselves.
Yeah.
Isn't it a win-win for them?
Very true. Yeah,
They should
we're
be
actually,
thanking brothers.
we're going out your way. There's less competition for you, but guess what,
Yeah.
Bilari?
Yeah.
They can't get the dimes there because the dimes here are going after the top 10% of men. You
Yep.
know, the top 10% of men is screwing all the dimes, and men like Andrew Harris is getting no play. So he
No.
comes here to get hate. He comes here to spread hate towards
Yeah,
intelligent
men
brothers.
like him, the moment they get some small money, they're your PJ Washingtons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to PJ Washington, man.
Because men
So-
should be able to go all over the world.
Got finessed.
I feel sorry for him in a way because if I can get that guy to land with me in Tokyo and see what's available, he would convert within a week.
Yep.
He would be like, why did he ever talk that way? And I'm like, that's the kind of woman you can date. And like this is like an average woman. Like she wouldn't talk to you in your own country. But here, like I'll show you what like a really beautiful Japanese woman is, and you can actually date her. It's probably you just have to have a little bit of game where you have to present yourself, but she'll definitely go out with you. And if he would actually see it, he convert instantly. I mean, you'd be like, why did he ever talk like this? So we had some idiots sometimes come in from like Australia, New Zealand. They were usually the worst ones. Like, and some of them were gonna be a little bit nationalistic, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, like I only want to date the white Sheila. I don't want to date any Japanese women. I'm here just for work." Those guys didn't last anything more than 2 weeks. The Japanese women converted them. That's
Quick.
it. If
Then
they
they get
were,
married.
then they get married and they make babies and that's it.
Yep.
And the Sheila, for you guys don't know, a Sheila is a word. It's like saying a bird.
It's a girl.
It's a female. It's a girl.
Australia,
But
yep.
yeah, they just his former girlfriend is gone, never to be remembered again. That's the way it is, guys. So that's why I don't like. I see a guy saying that. I'm kind of like, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how good it is.
Missing out.
You'll go back. He was, comparatively speaking, he's dating 2s and 3s here or in this country.
Exactly.
He'd go over there and be like, yeah.
Actually, Theo, do you know what you said last time that a 2, basically a 4 and a 5 in Japan is basically a 10 and a 9 in the West.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. He's right. Exactly. Yeah.
It's definitely true because especially how they act. I mean, they act so well.
I know.
My
I know.
goodness.
Actually, I can back up Theo's point. So in the UK, I was dealing with a Japanese chick a couple years ago, and the reason why I didn't take things further because she had a boyfriend, and me, I'm not a scumbag. I don't date women who have boyfriends. I don't smash women who have boyfriends. I have principles. Other guys do it, but I can't do it. And then she was really pushing for it, taking me out. I took her out. I was thinking, then she told me she had a boyfriend in Japan. I was like, whoa, you didn't tell me that in the first instance. So I cut it off. And let me tell you, Theo, She was feminine. She was fun to be around. Always smiled. Didn't like British culture too much. Hated our food. You know, always spoke bad against the woman here. Oh, I'm telling you, brothers, Japanese women are the one. I'm telling you. You know, I experienced it in the UK. It's crazy. That's why I feel Spaniard like that. He's reminiscing about Japan.
No, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. When you just imagine yourself in Japan, Theo knows this too, in the snow, and you see this woman walk. She's, look nice. They dress nice too, by the way. Got the boots on, and she got the gloves on, and the snow smelling fresh, and y'all on your way to a warm spring. The hair, the hat on the head, the hair, and the smell, and the soft milky white, and you walking down the street with her, man, and y'all getting ready to go to a warm spring and stay overnight. And that you can't get no better than that, man.
Yeah. I definitely agree. Just how they act, how they present themselves. So I want to go back to 94, 95 because I was dating Sophia at the Sorbonne. So then in May of 95, I left the Sorbonne, and then in the summer I was taking Japanese in my university. So I know that's why my Expats was Japan. And in July, I was dating Junko, and I met a Japanese girl. She's the one who said I'm kinky, and so I was dating her, and I was like, "This is like it can't just be unique. She can't just be the only one. There have to be millions of them that like this. There's nothing unique about her. This is how she is. Like others are like her, and." That was it. She totally converted me. I was on the airplane. I remember she left because she was an exchange student, so she went back to Osaka, and I was basically counting down the days for me to go to Japan. That was it from then on.
Yeah. You will be.
I didn't see any women around, and then so my TAs, my Japanese TAs, right? They're between the ages of 22 and 26, and I have crushes on like two of them. Like I can't stop myself. I'm just like, I want my TA. I feel so bad, but she's hot.
Yeah. I mean, they grow on you, man. They just grow on you. You can't shake them, and you won't even go out with the Western girls, man. And they tried to go out with me a lot, man. Even like beautiful one like Australian mixed with or New Zealand mixed with Maui, and oh man, beautiful girls. But you just when you see them, the Japanese are there, you just look right past them like, what did you say? Oh, I'm sorry. And just keep going.
Yeah, in Japan particularly, like, I mean, okay, the only other women that I ever noticed in Japan were like the Brazilian Japanese mix.
Yeah.
I would eye them. Oh, and Thai, I would look at them as well. But like Western women, I mean, the only I had to be aware that they were there, so I wouldn't sit on them on the train.
Yeah.
Like, or I didn't hit them when I was leaving the tube. That was about it. Outside of that, they didn't exist. So if I was like in English school, like on the weekends teaching, and there was like a Western woman, I'd be like, okay, I acknowledge you exist, and we would make a little, giggle and have a little talk, and then once the session was over, she ceased to exist.
And these girls are bringing you gifts, like your students are bringing you presents. They go all over the different places, and they come and you, oh, Tony Sensei, this is for you. Oh, this is for you. I'm like, what? And Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Man.
Valentine's Day. Yes.
They give you all kinds of gifts and chocolates and their phone numbers and I can't get it. I got to stay PG, but it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I mean, all I'm saying is right. I can't wait to meet, the mixed race Japanese woman. The half black, half Japanese, half white, half Japanese, half Colombian, half Japanese, half Brazilian.
They're hot.
Japanese.
They're hot. But keep in mind though, the half white, half Japanese, they know they're hot, so they are a little bit uppity because they know they're. I mean, I was going with a half Chinese white girl in Singapore, and so that combination is beautiful. Yeah,
beautiful.
tall. Yeah.
Good.
And they know they're hot too.
So just so that we can talk, we got to talk about Valentine's Day real quick just before we end this. So in Japan, Valentine's Day is reversed. So the women are supposed to give to the men, and the men have no pressure. So like, I actually loved Valentine's Day because I didn't care. After all the damage that I had in the West with Valentine's Day, Japan was like good rehab. So then they have this a corresponding day called White Day on
Yes,
March.
well, you give them,
March.
yes.
You can give back to the girls if you want to, but you're under no pressure to give anything to the girls. So I was just like, why can't we have this? Because in the West, like the girls go around like, oh, I didn't get anything, or that, oh, nobody gave something to me, or I wanted to have this, and like they're like these emotional roller coasters. And then
Yep.
if you do give something to them, you didn't give them enough. They wanted this.
Yep.
I deserve more. Why didn't you do this? Like, and then they want to like go around and like try to outdo each other with other girls. Like, what kind of nightmare day is this? Who made this? Like, what? In Japan, you're sitting back and you're working, and the secretary comes up to you and says like, "Oh, here's some chocolate."
Yep.
Like,
And here's this and here's that.
yeah.
And then the 19-year-old girl comes in. Oh, here's this for you, Sensei. And then the 21-year-olds, here, this is for you. And the 22.
Wouldn't be surprised they start doing that in the States as winter hits.
That's right. I love it, brother. Yes, as winter
But the thing
hits, they will
is,
do it.
it's only temporary. We know once winter has passed, then it's back to being a wacko, crazy feminist who hates men.
Just don't marry none of these women during the winter break or winter time. Trust me, because after winter's over, it's gonna be a nightmare.
All right,
They're
brothers.
letting a wildling into your house.
I'm gonna end the stream, brothers. It's pretty late over here in the UK, but I will let everyone say one last closing statement, and we'll start with Valeri Kermel. Do you have any last statements, bro?
No, just want to thank you again, IP, and especially to Tony and Theo, because the info they're really dropping. Anybody that has some sense should literally write it like like a blueprint. It applies anywhere you go, because know who you are, your limitations and where you're going, and you're an ambassador to us all. Leave a good impression so that you don't make it hard for the brothers that are behind you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And since we're having some young brothers also coming up here, I will make some posts on the group that will benefit them, especially the teens and the early 20s.
Nice.
Thank you, bro. We need to set up that live stream regarding Hungary and Nigeria. So if you can please,
I'll get back to you soon.
definitely, yeah, please, absolutely, and we'll set up very soon in the future. I've got a lot of free time coming soon, so I can get that churned out. I got a super chat from Meb, $199. What's the easiest way to get to Japan for work? Don't answer that, brothers. Meb, we have there's 4 live streams, Meb, on my channel, and Theo, I've done 2 with Theo and 1 with Tony, and then they've all said what you need to do in those live streams. So Theo said math, English teacher, or IT, but he speaks about it more in the live streams. So Meb, please go back and watch those live streams. But once again, thank you very much for your super chat. Thomas Demihin, do you have any statements?
Yeah, man. I have to say this. Tony, Theo, absolute legends. Japan. Oh man, I can't wait to go to Japan. Once the restrictions are off, man, I'm gonna look for some dimes in Japan. Ooh, the flavors are out there in Japan. Black, white. Man, I can't wait to go to Japan, fam, because here's the thing, brothers. I've listed the top 5 foreign women to go after, yeah, and Japan is number 1. Like, I tried so hard to which other foreign women can contend with Japanese women. So I tried Colombian women, French women, German women. No, man, nothing can beat Japanese women. So I have to say, Theo and Tony, absolute legends. Thank you very much for your wisdom and experience. It's been very helpful for me. And IP, fam, thank you very much for these back-to-back classics, fam. Fam, we're going to be booming once all the restrictions are off, fam.
Absolutely. Thank you for the kind words, Thomas
Thanks, brother.
Demahan.
Thanks, Thomas.
Honestly, man, the day this stupid virus goes away is going to be the happiest day for everyone. I'm telling you, man, it's just too much now.
Brother's gonna be running from the United States and Britain.
Stupid coronavirus.
Let me out!
All right. I'm gonna put you on mute, brothers, yeah, because this laugh is too much. I'm gonna put you on mute. All right. Shout out to Conrad Grant for the $2 super chat. International passport. This stream Aspire. Thank you very much, bro. Much appreciated, Conrad Grant. Again for another super chat, bro. A consistent supporter. It's much appreciated. Let me go to Zach Hayes for his closing statement. Are you still there, Zach? Zach Hayes. Zach. Okay, Zach's gone. Let me go to Theo WAF for his closing statement.
So I want to thank you, Tony, for doing this. This was great. It was great for just to remember Sophia. And you confirmed. I never talked to another brother who dated or who was around like Saudi women or Arab women. So I never even able to talk about it. I just kept it to myself. I only told somebody in passing, like, oh yeah, I dated a Syrian. But so it was great just to hear your intel. It was great to go down that memory lane. And yeah, I'm working on losing my weight right now and getting in that gym. I've got it in the garage, and I'm gonna go crazy in Ukraine. That's it. I'm gonna go 6 months of me going around the world and having money and just dating like crazy. That's all I'm gonna do.
Yes, bro. That's what I love hearing, Theo. Oh, so are you doing like remote working when you're traveling around the world? I'm guessing.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll still be able to make between $50,000 and $60,000 a month while I work remotely.
Did you say $50,000 to $60,000 a month?
Yeah.
What? Jeez.
Yeah.
Tony, do you have your own business, or is it actually you being an employee?
You're on mute.
Oh, me.
No, Tony is.
No, I have a career, man. I'm a career. And,
oh no, sorry,
no,
sorry.
You mean
not
Theo?
Tony. Theo, sorry, Theo.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have your own business, Theo, or are you actually an employee?
No, I'm an employee.
You earn that much? Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we could talk. We'll talk about it. I mean, this part of the seminar I'm having in Atlanta about this, about how to do this.
Yes,
but
please,
you have to.
bro.
You have to have a pretty solid cash flow. But if you do it you understand how to get the cash flow and how to do the backups and everything. You have to be rather solid. But then you can go to a country for an extended period of time, and then if you don't like it, you just like, okay, I'm going to this country, and just go over there for like 3 months and just chill out. And you can you don't have to stay in a hostel. You can stay in a hotel, like a real hotel, like a Western hotel. You can say 200 quid a night. You'd be like, okay, no problem, I can do that.
Yeah,
it's not
bro,
not hard.
I need that kind of income. Jeez, I need that, man. I'm telling you, that's crazy. I can't even imagine earning half of that a month. But Theo, yes, that conference you have, please, let's get that set up. And if you need me to put down my Facebook group, let me know, bro.
Yeah, I'd like to check that out too, brother.
And because, bro, that money is life changing, and it gives you freedom to actually travel where you want to, buy what you want. That's what I want for every brother in this live stream. So, Theo,
I'll talk to you on Twitter, and
yeah.
I'll be out of Facebook jail in about a week. So I'll be able to post there.
Yes, bro. Let us know how you actually what your steps were, what your education process was to actually earn that amount of money every month. I know you're in America. You earn more in America than in the UK, but I need that intel, bro. But Theo, let us know, bro. Okay.
No problem. I'm going down. Talk to you guys.
See you, Theo. Take it easy, brother. Tony Berry, any closing statements?
Yes. So, and like Theo was saying, making the money, man, we make good money. And here's the thing, I did send that over to you on Twitter, brother, about that brother that's in Japan that's moving back to the States. And that's what I want to say, brothers, when you get overseas, when you go to these different countries, that's why you got to build that wealth. Because if you don't build that wealth, you're not going to have the options. You're not even going to enjoy being in another country. You need to have that wealth. And we happen to come from countries like America. We know you can create wealth in America. I'm sure Britain has it. Even Nigeria, people don't be surprised. But you can make a lot of money in Nigeria if you have a business. You know, they have the most relaxed business laws in the world. But the thing is this: you have to build that wealth before you go over. When you see these videos of these brothers working, and here's the difference. You got to understand: there's a difference between a job and a career. I know I have a career. Theo has a career. I know some brothers up on this platform have careers. That is a difference between that and a job. A job is you got to clock in every day. A career is it's Friday afternoon. You say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go home. I got things to do, and you're still getting paid. That's what brothers have to get to. That's what you have to get to in this life. You have to get wealth, and you have to be able to, because it's going to give you more control over your life and control over your situation.
Absolutely. Wise words from legendary Tony Berry. Thank you, Tony. Jared Bugatti? Theo, who is that? Can we get Jared Bugatti to call in, please? Jared Bugatti, please call in, brother. If you're a mod on the Kevin Samuels channel, please, bro. We want to hear your thoughts on this topic. That's great. The channel is growing, the channel is moving. I love hearing that. Brothers getting that intel. So thank you very much, Tony.
No problem, brother. My pleasure.
Brothers, I want to say thank you to everyone in the live stream panel who took part in this classic live stream. Again, join the Facebook group. It's where you find Tony and Theo dropping gems, everyone contributing to the betterment of brothers, black men worldwide. Join the Facebook group. Again, follow me on Twitter and send me DMs. Okay. You know, I'll get back to you for different. I'll get back to you on your requests through Twitter. So send me a DM on Twitter. Also follow me on Twitter as well, brothers. And last but not least, I'm also on IG. Follow me on IG and send me a DM if you want to speak about different topics. So those free social media platforms, I strongly suggest you follow me on there. Again, brothers, hit the like button if you've not liked this video so far. Send through some super chats before I end the stream. If you want to support the movement, what I'm doing, that'd be much appreciated. We got over 70 people here, but I don't get a lot of comments on my live stream videos. I don't know why. Comments are very important for the YouTube algorithm. So I'm asking you, please, brothers, over 70 people watching this right now. Once this video drops, can everyone who's watching this live stream please comment underneath the video? Just say great stream, International Passport, great guest Tony Berry. Comments are very important. So everyone here, please comment under this video. It will just take you a minute or two, and that's it. Okay, brothers. I've got a live stream tomorrow regarding Germany. Hopefully, I've got a special guest who's going to speak about his German experience. Brother, you don't want to miss that, brothers. You do not want to miss that. Hopefully, he'll still be able to make it. So far, I spoke to him. He said it's cool, but he may. I don't know, but hopefully he doesn't cancel it. But so far, the Germany live stream is still going to run. If not, I have to reschedule it. But so far, it's going to happen, and it should be great. Again, brothers, please comment once this video drops. I'm asking you to just do that for me if you want to support the live stream and the whole international passport movement. Where's everyone calling it? Where's everyone listening from all around the world? Who's from Africa? Who's from Asia? Who's from Europe? Who's from America? Tony, let's see where everyone's from.
I'm calling out of Buckley, Washington. I'm about an hour south of Seattle, Washington.
Fantastic. Thomas, I know he's from the UK. Balari, he's currently in Nigeria, but Hungary. Zach Hayes, I think New York.
Yep.
Frank Harris
in Austin, Texas.
Oh, okay, awesome. This is great. Shout out to. Okay, we got Costa Rica. Damn, we got Beham, Birmingham, Alabama. I'm assuming. Theo, Austin, Texas. That's what's up. Jay Mitch. I haven't seen Jay Mitch before. What's up, Jay Mitch? Welcome to the channel. South Carolina. Aaron B. Yep, UK brother. What's up, Aaron B? Keith Jenkins, America, US. What's up, Keith? Virginia Beach, DC, USA, Atlanta. Hey, Lamont Ellis, get out of Atlanta. Atlanta is just, I've heard disgusting things about Atlanta.
Yes, it's disgusting. Chicken again.
even Tony agrees. Get out of Atlanta, bro. You know, it's crazy. Shout out to Conrad Grant. Damn, for another super chat.
Hey, thanks,
thank you very much, Conrad Grant, for the $5 super chat. He says, International Passport and Tony Berry, I want to take time to thank you for sharing this very amazing stream. You're saving brothers' lives. SYSBM for life. That's what's up, bro.
Thanks, brother.
That's what's up. SYSBM, black men first, man. We're putting ourselves first.
Yep.
I don't care anymore.
That's right.
Yep. We're putting our mental health first. We're putting our physical health first. We're putting our career first. We're putting ourselves first for everything. I don't care what anyone says. We've sacrificed too much for our community. Our community doesn't respect us back. Therefore, we're putting ourselves first. F it.
Yep.
I don't care anymore. It's a new dawn. It's a new day for brothers.
New day, brothers. That's right.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day.
Yep.
And
that's right.
Hey,
sound like a little incognito game going.
Hey, yo, shout out to it, man. Hey, well, shout out to brothers, man. Shout out to every brother. Half Ghanaian, half Nigerian here watching from Canada. We're in Canada. Hopefully not Toronto. Toronto, I heard, is a horrible place for dating.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, Toronto's not hot, man. Go to Vancouver.
Yep. And Montreal.
Yep.
Vancouver and Montreal.
Ottawa's nice too. Ottawa's, yes.
Okay. Well, what about Victoria?
Yes, Victoria. Yeah, I've been there a lot. I go there almost every year when I can go. Yeah, Victoria.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I heard they're checking for brothers down there heavy.
Yeah, they're checking for brothers. Yes.
Oh, Tony, why didn't you tell me this already, man? Tony, Tony, what am I gonna say next?
You guys do a stream of Victoria.
Hey, Tony, we gotta do that stream about Victoria. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's definitely in the play, brother. Yes.
Yes, bro. Okay. I'll reach out to you in the future to speak on to do Victoria.
Yes.
I heard very good things about Victoria, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Tony's, oh yeah. All right, Victoria, that's coming up next for Tony. We'll set that up in the future. We're going up to almost 4 hours. Let me just run through the chats real quick.
Yes.
Tony, carry on speaking, bro. I know
yes.
you got.
No, it's all good. So yeah, I mean, I love getting up here talking to the brothers, man. You know, and it's all about, it's a renaissance going, brothers. That's what it is. It's a renaissance. The world is cyclical, man. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell my wife, I said, look, you know how we go out, we see like now the trend is you see the rich Chinese up in Canada and the Northwest spending all this money. I told my wife, one day you're going to see rich African brothers walking around, and we're going to have much more money than anybody ever had. Arabs, Chinese, anybody.
Lord willing, yes.
Yeah, brothers going to be making stupid money, much more than anybody has ever seen, buying up everything. When you start seeing black men buy up the Premier League, you know brothers got money. See, now you're seeing oil money. But when you see the brothers buying up, brothers coming out of Nigeria, the big oil country in Africa, because that's the richest country in Africa. I don't care what South Africa says. Nigeria's got it all.
Yeah.
And you see brothers coming out of there, you know that the brothers are making some money.
Yes. Lord willing. Oh, I can't wait.
Yes.
Can't wait to see.
My son's going to be one of them. I know that. He's going to be one of them.
Yes, definitely.
He's on his way.
Absolutely, yes. We love seeing that, Tony. Yes. Can't wait to see Tony's son buying up property, buying up spots. Can't wait to see brothers here in this live stream buying up the whole apartment story, football stadiums, football teams, sport teams. It's coming soon, but I know it's been tough, but brothers, we're getting there. We're gonna start buying up property. You're gonna see us in suits and just just buying up, being high value men. Buying up everything, buying up airports, buying up shops. I can't wait.
And we need to make more business because a lot of brothers, sadly, and I know it's like that in the UK, they're losing about 30% income every year because we're black. because if we got to go look to the white man for jobs. You got to go to them for jobs all the time, for careers. But if you imagine you got brothers running businesses and you sitting in an interview and everybody in the interview is black like you, and you know you're gonna get the job, and they like you hitting it off, they're gonna write that check for you. That's what they're gonna do. White people get you a job and they act like you lucky you got it. You're like, what do you mean? I'm lucky I got it. I got skills.
Yeah.
You know. So
Facts.
it's coming.
It's coming. Yeah. I'm really positive about the future because I'm seeing a lot more brothers just being different, being more focused. I love seeing that. Lamont Ellis, IP, maybe. Oh, what the flip? IP, maybe I'll do a show with you on Ethiopia. Being 3 times a married woman from. Yes, bro. Okay. Ethiopian women are hot. They're gorgeous.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of Ethiopians up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're feminine too.
They're feminine too. I know. Yeah, they're hot. Yeah, Lamont Ellis, let's set that up, bro. Can you reach out to me on IG or Twitter by DMs and let's set it up ASAP. Possibly within the next 2 weeks, bro, because Ethiopian women, they're hot, you know, and also black as well.
Yes. Yep.
Eritreans as well, they're also black as well. You know, I love me a feminine black woman. So let's set that up, man. You know, half black, half Japanese, half Korean, half black. I love it, man. So Ethiopian women, they're hot. So let's set that up, bro. Let me end the stream now. I'm a bit tired.
Yes, brother. Get some rest, brother.
So Tony, thank you very much.
No problem. Anytime.
Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for the Germany live stream.
Yes, brother. If I get my beat back, my family gonna be running me around tomorrow. If I get back in time, I'll check that out. Yes. Trust me, they're gonna pull me away.
All right. Hey, brothers, thank you very much. Again, brothers, got over 70 people watching here, and everyone comments as soon as this video drops on YouTube. And again, thank you to everyone in the live stream panel. Big, huge shout out to the whole team. VS says, yo, IP, I'm waiting entry for the Facebook group. VS, what's your full name on there? Because I don't accept people without no AVIs. I decline it straight away because too many trolls out here. So I'm being very careful with that Facebook group. That Facebook group is for intelligent brothers only. I can't allow trolls in there. You got 80 people watching this live stream. Let's get the likes up, brothers. Let's get the likes up. So if you've not liked this video already, hit the like button. That'll be much appreciated. Let me just speak for 2 more minutes. So Sweden, Frank Harris says Sweden. Yes, the brother I spoke to last week, he hasn't hit me up yet. Hopefully he does this week and we'll set up that Swedish live stream. So we got the Ethiopian live stream coming up by Lamont Ellis. Got Germany tomorrow. I've got a couple live streams coming up very soon. Classic intel, but I won't tell you brothers yet. Why? Okay, let's see.
I'll say that too.
Let's see. See you tomorrow for the stream on Germany. It's going to be fire. Yeah, see you tomorrow, Conrad Grant. Can't wait for that. It's going to be a classic live stream. Let's see here. What's happening here? Kofi Gray says I'm in Calgary. Kofi Gray, how are you getting treated by the woman there in Calgary?
Ooh, Calgary. Ooh. He might be having a good time up in Calgary.
Hey, have you been there before, Tony?
No, I had a friend that bought a house up there. I think he still owns his house. He was from Canada. They got a lot of Native American action up in Calgary, man. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Lamont Ellis, what's your full name on there? DM me your full name on IG or Twitter, and for your Facebook, and I'll add you to that group because you're verified now. Okay, so brothers, I'm going to end the stream now. Got 80 people watching this. I want to see 80 comments today. 80 comments. Everyone who is watching this live stream, please comment on this video as soon as it drops on my channel. I want to see over 70 comments in the first 5 hours, first 10 hours of my video. Okay, brothers, please comment. All right, brothers, I'm out. See you, everyone.
All right, brothers. See you, brother.
Peace out. Peace out, Tony.
All right, brother.